In J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium at Hickman County High School, where your Hickman County Bulldogs will host the Community Vikings. And it has been a long time coming, and I know there is an energy in the air unlike any other as we start to see the fans start to pack in here at 6 o'clock at the top of the hour. Here in just a little less than 10 minutes time, we will be seeing the Hickman County Lady Dogs beginning their journey on this fresh season, the 2025-2026 campaign. We appreciate you all for joining in here tonight. I'm Josh Copley, joined this year by a very familiar voice, someone you recognize very, very well, the head coach of the Hickman County Middle School Lady Dogs and former coach at Hickman County High School, Coach Ron Puckett.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Sounds good. Josh, I'm glad to be here. We are looking forward to an exciting year at Hickman County High School. Of course, the boys have had two astounding years, and the girls are really putting something together where I feel like this could be a really special year for them also.
Well, I got the chance to talk to Coach Gordon last week, and that's something that he really mentioned as well. The fact that Hickman County, the girls team at least, in the last few years, they've had their fair share of struggles, but last year they really started to turn the corner, it seemed like. I mean, the addition of Ava Floyd was huge for this team. To have that leader on the court, someone who can bring the ball up, who's very talented, but also to be surrounded by so much talent on the floor. You have some great leaders this year like Zoe Chilton, like Haley Gordon. So, Ron, what are you expecting to see out of this team this season?
Well, I think you're going to see a different level of enthusiasm, a different level of effort. When I see them, they're excited about playing. They come out, they play hard. Watching them play this weekend, which they played a couple of higher level teams this weekend, but their energy was better. Their effort level was better. Their execution was better. And I think what you're going to see this year is you're going to see a team that's going to come out. They're going to play defense. One of the keys for them this year is going to be rebounding because they are going to be undersized in some areas. Of course, Zoe Chilton is 10 rebounds away from 500 rebounds. So she's a great rebounder. The addition of Bailey Kramer with her size should help out with that. But I think some of the keys are going to be how well those other girls get in and rebound, how well Ava rebounds, how well Tinley Davis rebounds, how well Haley Gordon rebounds. And if they can control the boards, I feel like they've got a really good shot in almost every game.
Well, and that's a fantastic point you brought up about rebounding because they are without Delaney King this year, who was a senior that graduated last year, who was so reliable in the paint, not just playing that interior defense, but also in securing those boards. But the addition of Bailey Kramer, I mean, it can't be understated. I mean, she has already made her impact on Hickman County sports. For those of you that saw the volleyball district tournament, she had the game-sealing block that actually won the Lady Volley Dogs the district. So I'm sure she's looking to have the same impact here on the basketball court as she did on the volleyball court as well.
Well, in basketball, one thing you can't underappreciate is size. As my college coach always told me, 7 foot never gets tired. It's always 7 foot. And so when you've got size is always tall, size is always long. And at the end of the game, a lot of times size ends up winning those battles that early in the game maybe it didn't.
Well, and I think as well, something about this team is that last year they were really young when they were starting to show that promise and that potential. So this year I think it's only up from last year, and the names that I noticed that really turned some heads last season was Carly Everett and Tinley Davis. That they were two freshmen that made the absolute most of their minutes, so much so that they were frequents to the starting lineup sometimes. And I think only this year we're going to see them more experienced, more hungry. I know Coach Gordon, he told me that they have been in the gym almost every day practicing on their shooting, even if the rest of the team wasn't there. This is something they were doing on their own. He said Carly Everett would sometimes be in the gym at 6 in the morning, and that's how much these girls really want it. And I think we're about to see what they're made of here to start the season.
One of the things a lot of people don't understand about Carly is how hard she works. I remember Carly in the 6th grade when I actually went out and asked some girls, I needed more 6th graders, and I said, hey, anybody interested in playing 6th grade basketball? And she was one of the ones that, hey, I'd like to play. And she came out, and from her 6th grade year to her 8th grade year, she made astounding improvements. And from her 8th grade year to now, she has continued to improve, and part of that is that work ethic. She is always in the gym. She wants to play basketball. She finds ways to play basketball, and when you work like that, you're going to get better. And I'm excited to see what this year holds for her.
And I think what makes a good team are all the characteristics that the coach doesn't have to instill into the players. Things like work ethic, things like energy, which is something that Coach Gordon talked about a lot in the interview that I had with him. He said these girls love to play basketball, and that's what you were talking about just a little bit ago. It's something that he hasn't had to beat them over the head with, so to speak. He said during practices, in seasons past, they would take a water break, and it would turn to 2-3 minutes, them just kind of slacking off, goofing off, not really wanting to get back to work. But he said this season, during the off season, it's been the complete opposite. He said they'll get a sip of water, then they're ready to get right back to practice. And you know what they say, practice will usually transition over. If you're willing to hustle in practice, you're willing to hustle when the lights are brightest.
One of my thermometers when I was coaching high school, I could almost always tell what my season was going to be like by the number of guys I could get to show up to open gyms when we didn't have mandatory practice. If I was able to get 10 or 15 guys in and they wanted to play on their own, I knew we were going to be all right. If I was struggling to get 10 in, those were probably the years we were going to struggle. And so, that desire to play, basketball is something that you just can't come out and be good at. It's something that in order to be good, you have to put in hours and hours of practice. And then once you've got those reps in, then it becomes easier because basketball is a reaction game. You can't get out there and think about what you're going to do next. You have to understand where the defense is, how the defense is playing you, and innately respond in a correct manner.
Now, I want to talk a little bit. So we know Carly Everett, Tinley Davis, they made their mark last year as freshmen. As the middle school girls coach, you're very familiar with the freshmen of this year as you just coached them last season. So who are some of the freshmen you're looking at to maybe get some minutes this year?
Well, right now, Rachel Puckett is going to be probably the primary freshman that is going to get minutes. The other freshman, of course, Rhea Crutcher just had surgery. And then Aubrey Gordon, which she started playing last year, which was pretty much her first year. But she's one of those, she's strong, she's physical. I think she likes to play. And she's got that, some people just have an ability to know where the ball is going. And she's one of those that has that. And so I'm excited to look forward to see how she progresses over the year, over this year. And we're hoping that Araya can kind of get over that knee surgery. I don't know how long her recovery time is. She didn't tell me. But anytime you have a knee surgery, it takes a little while to get back into full swing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, as a freshman as well, that's something you don't want to rush getting back. I mean, you want to be sure you're available for the coming years that you have as a high schooler. So I think, her being patient and taking that time to slowly recuperate will probably serve her best going forward as a player. And we are just about ready for tip-off here in J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium. The tension is palpable, the energy. You can really feel it up here in the broadcast booth. And looking around, the fans always seem to show up and show out for basketball. I think that's just a reflection of how hard these girls and these coaches work.
I've talked to a lot of people this year who are excited about basketball. They've been asking me, hey, when's the first game? When's the first game? And so I think we'll see several people in here. It'll be loud, and it'll be fun.
And we are just about ready for the national anthem. I believe everybody lined up and looking at the flag, so we're going to take just a little bit of a break during the anthem. The invitation has concluded. The national anthem has concluded. And it's just about time for hoops in Hickman County, our favorite time of the year. And of course, we always appreciate the support of our viewers, those of you tuning in through YouTube or Facebook here tonight. And as always, this broadcast would not be possible without the help and support of Hickman County High School, specifically the AV classroom, taught by Matthew Dotson. Tonight's crew, the producer is Ruger Toddy, and on camera is Cooper Tidwell. And a very special thank you to the Hickman County IT department who helped set up these brand spanking new cameras that you're able to see that we'll be using here tonight. It's been such a blessing to work with this school, and we're looking forward to another successful basketball season. As I said earlier, if you're just joining us, I'm Josh Copley, joined this year on color by Hickman County Middle School girls coach and former high school coach Ron Puckett. We're so thankful to have Ron with us. And the starting lineups have been announced. Your starting five for your Hickman County Lady Dogs. Number 2, Carly Everett. Number 3, Haley Gordon. Number 20, Ava Floyd. Number 23, Bailey Kramer. And number 30, Zoe Chilton. So a very potent starting five as these teams prepare to make their way to midcourt for the game's opening tip. And on the logo will be number 23, Bailey Kramer for the Dogs. Opposing her on the community side is number 11, Alyssa White. Playing in J.E. Cisco, Ron, as you know, it's a tough place to play because of that student section down beneath us.
It is a tough place to play with the student section. Also, it's a bigger gym than most players are used to playing in. So you've got deeper sides, you've got a deeper end zone. So it's just a little bit different.
And Community secures possession to start the contest. Now it's a wing. A three is up. No good. Rebounded by Kramer. The shot was attempted by number 3, Anna Haskins. Quickly down the floor, Chilton at the left wing gives to Floyd. Floyd wants to drive, kicks it out. Everett, a deep 3. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Vikings.
Not a bad shot right there.
The Vikings now in the corner, driving it off the glass, and it's good.
Gave up the baseline, didn't cut off the baseline. That led to an easy layup.
And Floyd pulls from 3, no good. Rebounded again by the Lady Vikings. That was White on the board. Now again, Community on the drive. Ball up top. Bounce pass. Built that left wing. Dribbles up from the free throw stripe. It's up, and it's good. Nothing but net.
Nice pick and roll by Community right there. Post player didn't get out and stop that jump shot.
The Dogs still yet to secure a bucket. 4-0 Community to start the game. Now Everett wants to drive. Looks for a bounce pass, but it's taken away by the Vikings. Haskins on the break. Now pulls up. Gets it back up top. That's Maxey, swings it out to Hill. Hill back up top. Now at the wing, well covered by Haley Gordon. Trying to drive and kicks it up top from 3. Rattles out, no good. The putback, also no good. Community hanging with it, and it's a turnover. The loose ball picked up by Chilton. Now Zoe, top of the key, gives over to Haley. Floyd trying to make something happen, dribbling into the paint, passes it back out, and it'll roll out of bounds. And that's another Lady Dog turnover. Timeout called by Coach Gordon.
Offense right now is a little bit dead. It's too much one-on-one, not enough ball movement. The first possession, we got a good shot. We swung the ball to the opposite side. The last 2 or 3 times, it's been more one-on-one and nobody moving, and that always leads to turnovers most times.
And we are still early in this ball game with just under 6 minutes to play, 5:58 to go in the first quarter. Community leads 4-0. The Lady Dogs still looking for their first bucket on the new season. And it will be community ball out of the Lady Dog timeout. Taking it up the floor is Maxey, guarded closely by Gordon. Tries to get around her, has to give it away. Some tight defense played by the Dogs. Screen set. Driving in, left-handed layup is up and good by Hannah Haskins. Floyd up the floor. Lady Dogs now trail 6-0. Into the corner, it's Kramer. Nice pass to Chilton, off the glass, and it's good. We expect to see a lot of Zoe Chilton this season as a scorer. They kick it up top. Some quick passes here by Community. Now up top. That's White. Hands off. Give. Wide open look. The three is up, and it's no good. And it's an air ball. And here comes the freshman, number 12, Rachel Puckett, subbing in for Carly Everett.
It's kind of cool seeing her first minutes.
Puckett up at that right wing. Now coming back up to the top of the key. Floyd with the ball. Gives to Rachel.
Bulldogs are really trying to spread the floor out right now. Still slow on the movement. There's a back cut. Nice pass from Zoe.
And Floyd couldn't secure it. It's no good. Rebounded by Community. They're pushing it down the floor in a hurry. That's Haskins. Guarded by Gordon. Feeds up top to White. And Maxey wants the three ball. Won't find it. Picked up by Haley Gordon. And Gordon down the right side. The right wing gives up top to Puckett. Gordon looking for help. Nice move by Gordon. Floyd mid-range. No good. Kramer coming in, trying to secure the board. That'll be a foul on Kramer.
Jump shots right now just aren't falling. That was not a bad shot right there. Good little backdoor cut. Ball fake got the Community girl to actually fall down. Ava had the 10, 12-foot jump shot that just went off the back of the rim.
Well, and knowing the talent of these Lady Dog shooters, those are shots that are eventually going to fall if Community keeps allowing them.
You just keep shooting them.
Now quickly the Vikings down the floor. Gordon, some nice defense. They might have gotten her for a foul.
Right now the Lady Dogs have to play defense. They're reaching and slapping a little bit, and that's why we have 2 fouls right now.
Pass down to the corner. From three. Off the mark, too strong. Shot attempted by Pridmore. Again, from the wing, they try a three. It's Haskins, also no good. And Kramer secured the board. It was knocked loose.
It's going to be a foul on number 30.
That is a foul called on number 30, Morgan Pridmore. That's the team's first foul for the Vikings.
Lady Bulldogs just need to be patient right here. Keep running their offense. Community likes to be kind of aggressive. Some of the back cuts will be there if they space it out right and time it.
Floyd wants to dribble and drive. Tries to pull up, a lot of contact. No foul. They'll say out of bounds.
And they called it off of Ava.
There's 3:30 to play in the game's first quarter. Community 6. Hickman 2. There's been a low-scoring affair thus far. 2 very defensive teams. It's given us Pearson bringing it up the floor. Hickman County swarming. Yos. Pass taken away by Puckett. Rachel drives, steps through, shot up. No good. They're going to try to push it down the floor in a hurry. That's Haskins. Drives on Puckett. Nice defense by the Dogs. Ripped away by Floyd. Picked up by Gordon. Ava now drives in the paint, wants to take it herself. What a shot!
Nice strong finish right there. Took the contact, went off the backboard. Bulldogs are extending out a little bit on defense right now. There's another steal by Gordon.
And Gordon with a steal.
Nice
pass
to
Puckett.
Puckett.
And she got it.
And Community is going to take a timeout.
The rookie, the freshman striking first in the game's first quarter, and we are all tied up at 6.
So Coach Gordon right there came in. They started extending out to a full court man-to-man, put some pressure. Community didn't look like they liked handling the pressure. I'm interested in seeing who they have bring the ball up the floor here, because I saw 2 different girls right there, and neither one of them looked real comfortable with it in that set right there. So we'll see what adjustment he makes right here.
And to Hickman County's credit, not many teams do look comfortable when facing this kind of press from these Lady Dogs. I mean, they are tough on the defensive side of the ball.
So they're going to come in with 50. I think Everett's back in the game. There's another bad pass over the top. Puckett with the steal.
Now Puckett down the floor, gives off to Kramer. Hands to Everett. Thought about pulling up, but lost a handle on the ball for a moment. Nice bounce pass to Puckett. No good. Picked up by Community.
Nice pass right there by Everett.
Haskins. Low right side guarded by Floyd. Ball now back up top. Trying to direct traffic as Yos gives it back up top. From the wing, Haskins pump fakes, drives in. Mid-range 2, can't find it. Rebounded by Everett. Carly dribbles left, hands to Kramer. Kramer pulls from 3. Close, but no cigar. Rebounded by the Vikings.
That's Gordon's second foul. That's one she's got to stay back from, because that's 86 feet from the goal. Not really going to do a whole lot except make it an easy call for the official.
And that is something we've seen consistently out of Haley Gordon. She plays tough to a fault. I mean, she gives it 110% on the floor, but sometimes that aggressive play
She always plays hard. She's got to learn those situations, get her hands out, not forward.
Now Community bring it down the floor. Zoe Chilton back in the game for Gordon, and a foul is called on Chilton. And that's a couple times when the Hickman County has been caught down the sides of the court.
Well, in those situations, you have to take good angles. You got to run in front of the girl and cut her off. You can't run through the girl and push her out of bounds.
We are still deadlocked at 6. Just over a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Up top, Yos passes. And the shot is good by Pridmore.
Nice high-low right there. Kramer was in front. They threw it to the top of the key, and then the pass over the top end for the layup.
And that pass there by Brooklyn Yos was on the money. Chilton in the corner. Bounce pass to Kramer, but it's taken away by Pearson. Dribbling underneath, driving. Nice block by Puckett. The shot is no good, and Rachel gets the final rebound. Floyd down the right side. Wants to go all the way, steps through. The shot is no good, would not have counted anyway. She's called for the travel.
So Ava's got to realize that whenever she gets the ball right now, they're sending 2 girls at her. She's always got 2 girls on her. She tried to force her way through right there. Both Community girls were straight up. I don't think that was a foul, but somebody was open.
And Everett playing tough defense on the left side, but called for a foul. And
in the bonus.
And last year, Ava was a phenomenal player, but I think even she would say one of her faults, I suppose, as a player was that she would sometimes get a little over-aggressive driving into traffic, and we're seeing some of that here already tonight.
Well, and you want your best player to be aggressive. You want your best scorer to be aggressive. But that next step in basketball is learning when, okay, I've got 2 girls on me. It's time for me to trust my teammates and throw the ball out and let them hit a shot.
And Ava knows how good she is. I think it's just instinctual to want to make those plays, but she does have a lot of great talent around her. And Maxie goes 0 for 2 on free throws. The Community secures the board. And how about that defense down here by Rachel Puckett? It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Vikings. Maxey to throw it in. And it's taken away again by Puckett.
That may have been a double dribble.
Everett pump fakes in the corner. From the left wing, she fires. No good. Rebounded by Puckett. Give out to Floyd. Floyd thought about pulling up, but doesn't. Now resets, gives Everett over to Rachel from 3. Yes, sir!
Good ball movement right there. Carly made the extra pass that time. She had an open shot. Girl was running at her. She made the extra pass to the corner.
A Puckett wearing number 12 drains a 3. Are you getting deja vu?
We like number 12 in our family.
Community looking to answer back in the final second. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. The Hickman County Lady Dogs really turn things around, courtesy of the big time 3 by Rachel Puckett. But folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second quarter.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital.
But I can hear that.
MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald Family. Heritage Bank and Trust and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back to WNKX. I'm Josh Copley alongside Ron Puckett. And it has been a pretty good game thus far. A lot of defense. Your score, Hickman leads 9-8.
Well, the change in that first quarter was when Hickman County decided to jump out, go full court man-to-man. Score was 6-2 at that point, and we went on a little 7-2 run after that pressure. The thing we will have to do is be able to stay out of foul trouble. We've already got Haley Gordon with 2. A couple others have all, or 3 others have all picked up 1.
Nice little screen there by Floyd. Nice dish. Everett to Chilton. Tries to swing it back out to Kramer, and it goes out of bounds. Lady Viking ball, so some indecision there by Chilton.
She's got to go ahead and shoot that. That was a nice pass right there by Carly. She was open for a second and pump faked and let the defense get back on her.
And the scrappy Carly Everett already swarming Community. Quick shot from 3, and it's good. Hayden Moore finds the mark, and that is Community's first 3 of the game.
Community's coming out in a 2-2-1 full court press now.
A nice pass by Floyd to Everett. Gives it back out to Floyd. Ava wants to drive, steps through, the shot is up, and it's good.
No double team right there. They tried to guard her with 1, and she made them pay.
So again, Hickman County applying pressure more in that bottom corner. The whistle blows and a travel. And the quickness and the aggressiveness of this Lady Dog defense. And that's something you're going to see as a result. 4 shots, rushing the feet a little bit. Now Rachel has it, passes across the way to Everett, step back, gives to Floyd. Ava fires to Puckett, quick touch pass, well guarded by Community. Alyssa White knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Dogs. Give out to Kramer, gives to Everett. Now Floyd, a deep 3, comes up short. It's a loose ball finally picked up by the Lady Vikings. And Puckett forcing the issue on that sideline. Driving in. Maxey tries to swing it out. Someone got a hand on it. A 3, it's Haskins. Off the mark. Chilton with the board. Now Floyd wants to drive. Steps through, the shot is up, no good.
She
but
got the
she's
foul
fouled.
that time. I tried to guard her again with 1 person. She was able, she went with a little Euro step right there. First step left, back step right, and step to the right, the girl kind of stepped into her and bumped her on the shot.
And Ava can't find the first free throw. But the second one on the money. That's Ava's 5th point of the night. 12-11, Lady Dogs now lead. Down the floor, it's Haskins. Fees, that's more from 3. Too strong. Picked up by Everett. Everett to Chilton. Pump fakes, now drives.
It's going to be a walk.
And a walk. Some subs now for Community. Number 14, Madison Hill subs in for number 25, Hayden Moore. It's Yo's up the floor. Lost control, but it still finds Hill. Hill being double teamed, and Floyd says, give me that. But she's driving. One-on-one, left-handed hook, won't find it. Everett with the board. Gets it to Kramer from mid-range. Too short. Loose ball again, and that's a jump.
Community's possession. Bulldogs are missing some opportunities on some shots that I'd really like to see them finish. Those are shots that if you finish, it makes a close game a not so close game. Coaches like it when you finish those shots and not make the game close.
That's Haskins. They push it down the floor. That's Pearson. Dribbles top of the key, gives to Yos. Another floating pass off the glass, and it's good.
We've got to put more pressure on that pass up top. Number 11 is pretty tall. She's getting position inside.
And Tinley Davis now on the floor for the Lady Dogs. For the first time tonight, Floyd wants to drive off the glass. No good. Might have been off the back of the back rim, rather. But she draws the foul and will shoot a pair. And to Community's credit, you know, could Hickman County do a little bit more to guard that pass down in the paint? Yes, but those have been some absolute dime passes by Brooklyn Yos.
And when you're trying to get pressure and you've got girls scrambling, when that ball goes high and your girl is fronting, that's a hard pass from the top of the key down to guard.
And Floyd goes 2 for 2 on those free throws. Lady Dogs now lead by 1, 14-13 with under 5 minutes to play. And Everett forces the turnover. Now Puckett over to Floyd. Floyd drives, pulls up, a long 2, and she sinks it.
Good pressure there by Carly.
How about Rachel on the sideline? Oh, and a foul is called.
She was reaching.
I think she was hoping that ball touched the sideline before the foul was called.
She was trying to kind of push her that way.
I'm driving. The Vikings give. That's Pearson. Swings it to Yos. Fires again to White. Well guarded by Kramer. Loose ball picked up by Puckett. Now to Everett at the left wing. Dribbles. Goes left. Driving. Tries to put up a shot, but Yos denies it. And Floyd, nice defense, keeping the arms up. The Lady Dogs wanted a foul there for maybe a push-off. Left-handed hook, too strong. Put back is good. White has another one.
Help side came over. We had no offside rebounder right there.
Everett looking for help.
Bad
Dribbles.
place to pick it up.
And a timeout is called by Coach Gordon.
Dribbled right across half court and picked it up. Had a couple of girls open in the middle there that we missed.
So a couple of times now we've seen that indecision from a few players. And I think that just comes with, getting that on-court experience, shaking off the rust that's developed over the last year as far as a regular season environment goes. So I'm sure we'll start to see these girls settle in just a little bit later as the game goes along.
I think pressure is going to be the key tonight. One of the things to look at is, are we able to stay out of foul trouble? while applying pressure. When Community gets into their half-court set, we're having a hard time guarding that half-court set. But when we make them have to dribble the ball up the floor, they're having a hard time making the right pass. Going to a little 1-1-3 zone now, Community is.
And Everett pulls from three, not going to find it. Underneath, rebounded by Community. Very loose dribbling by Maxey, but she goes right down Main Street. Can't get the bucket, but she is fouled and will shoot two.
Well, right there, you've got to have some help side. Puckett's applying pressure all the way down the floor on the side, but nobody stepped over in front to give help. They just let her keep continuing down the rim. That's right. Everett's second foul.
Well, right there, it looked like the Red Sea parted.
Someone just slides over right there. It's probably going to be a walk because she's going so fast.
The first free throw, no good. Number two on the way. Also won't find the mark. But the Lady Vikings secure the board. Get a new chance at life. Maxey up top. Davis applying pressure, gives over to the wing. That's Pearson. Runs into Chilton, and a blocking foul is called on Zoe.
It's going to be her second foul also.
As far as the foul column is concerned, it's deuces wild. A lot of these girls already accumulating 2 fouls with still 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter.
And the thing is, some of those fouls can be cleaned up. That situation right there, if Zoe just plants her feet, she has a charge. She's in position, she's up hedging, but instead of planting her feet and letting the girl run over and taking that charge, she's still kind of moving a step late. Haley, the one foul she had was 85 feet from the basket. Those are things right there that put your team into a tough spot sometimes because you picked up a foul that you don't need to early on.
Gives that left corner, fires a bullet, open is Pearson, blocked by Puckett. A great defensive play on Rachel. Nice pass to Floyd. Ava drives off the glass, won't find it. Rebounded by the Lady Vikings. Another open look, Pearson inside, gives back out to Maxey. Dribbles in, kicks it. Pearson, open look from three, too strong. Davis with the rebound. Looking for help, and she finds Floyd.
Good rebound by Tinley there. She had 2 Vikings behind her.
Ava dribbles in, gives. Kramer thought about pulling up. Nice bounce pass. But the shot is no good. Davis on the attempt. Pearson again on the wing. Bounce pass underneath. Looking for White, out of bounds. Lady Dog ball.
It's been a while since anybody scored. It's been 16-15 for a while.
A defensive game, if there ever was one. Kramer gives. In the game now, that's Aubrey Anderson. Kramer dribbles left, hands to Puckett. Pass, caught by Davis, up, no good. Put back by Anderson, no good. Now it's a scrap underneath and a jump ball is called. So some good looks there, just can't cap it off.
Yeah, we missed 3 layups right there. Good offense, good patience. Just have to put those balls in.
Now maybe it's due to fouls, but there is a lot of youth on this floor for these Lady Dogs. Floyd drives.
It's going to be a foul right there on Community going through the screen. Aubrey Anderson set a nice screen. The girl kind of pushed her way through it.
So Anderson, who's already had a couple of good looks in this game now, making her presence felt off the ball. Floyd to inbound.
She is.
Floats it to Kramer, well guarded. Puckett secures it, dribbles it out, pass underneath to Davis, and she got it. Tinley's first bucket of the season. Floyd creeping up from behind, almost got the steal there. Maxey up top. Gives over to the wing. Pearson. That's Haskins who pulls. No good. Tipped around. Floyd batting it away and picked up by the Lady Vikings. And a foul is called against Hickman.
So I have issues with that foul because Ava was hit 5 times going for that ball, trying to gather control. No call, and then they call that.
Maxey subbing out. Coming in as number 25, Hayden Moore, who had that three-pointer earlier. Just over a minute left in the first half. 18-15, Lady Dogs lead. Pass batted by Kramer into the hands of Puckett. Puckett tries to pass but has it batted away and taken away. It's Hill. Dishes over. Puckett got a hand on it and secures the loose ball. Rachel takes it herself. Yes, ma'am, it's good.
Lady Dogs got a little 4-0 run right here. They can get another stop, 30 seconds on the clock.
Up top,
White
White.
shots off, and they got the rebound for the 2.
So White couldn't find the three, but they are able to secure the putback. 3-point game, 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Lady Dogs need to go with for 1 shot right here.
Floyd slowing things down, being guarded closely. Wants to take it herself. Oh my goodness gracious.
That was an amazing shot. Just to recreate this for you, since y'all didn't get to see this, Ava drove right down the lane. Double team came at her. She got hit, fell to the right away from it, put English on the ball where the ball landed outside the block, and it spun into the goal. She missed the free throw, but that was an amazing shot.
Now 5 seconds. Community tries to answer. 2, and a deep 3, well off the mark, no good. So the Lady Dogs will take some momentum into the half. Your score, Hickman 22, Community 17. We're going to take a little bit of a break, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes time for the second half here from J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium. Don't go anywhere.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald family. Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
Welcome back to WNKX, live on YouTube and Facebook. We appreciate you tuning in for the first game of the season. If you're just joining us, you are watching your Hickman County Lady Dogs hosting the Community Lady Vikings, and it was a pretty exciting first half, a lot of defense, and a huge highlight to end the first half with Ava Floyd's phenomenal shot.
That was one of the best shots I've seen. Just the angle she had. When she went up, you didn't think that she had a chance of hitting it. And for anybody that ever watched Michael Jordan play with the English that he put on the ball, that's pretty much what she did. It hit about 6-8 inches outside the square and then straight into the goal.
That's a very high praise, high comparison there. And, you know, I want to talk a little bit about the first half that we saw. Looking at the Hickman County offense, Ava secured 11 points. Rachel Puckett, the freshman, picked up 7. Tinley had a bucket, and Zoe Chilton had a bucket as well. But looking over at the community side of things, Alyssa White has been their leading scorer with 6 points, and it's been pretty much the same offensive play that's gotten her those buckets. So that pass over the head of the Hickman County interior, and she puts it up off the glass. So what's going to be the Lady Dogs' solution to that problem?
Well, so later in the quarter, Bailey Kramer got a couple of tip-aways because she started guarding that a little bit differently. Early in the game, when they passed to the top of the key, she was in a full front, and they were able to throw straight over the top. In the last half of the second quarter, it looked like she was going to a three-quarters front, which didn't give the pass over the top. It made that pass a little bit tougher, and she was able to tip a couple of them away for turnovers.
So we certainly started to see some adjustments being made towards the end of that second quarter. And I'm sure Coach Gordon talked a lot about that offensive game plan that Community was running, but also I'm sure he also addressed the foul issue into the half. So what do you think we need to see from Hickman County so they can maintain that aggressive defense without getting into those fouls?
Well, and right now we're in decent foul trouble. When you go in, you got 2 girls with 2 fouls, which Hickman County was able to play without Haley Gordon that entire second quarter because those younger girls came off the bench and did a good job. And then Zoe Chilton, I think, has 2 fouls. I believe that's the only 2 that may have 2. There may be one more. But, you know, foul-wise, they're in good shape. What he probably told him is said, hey, let's not pick up the stupid fouls. I'm good with hustle fouls. Sometimes you're going to get fouls going for rebounds. But let's not pick up the fouls that are 80 feet from the basket when you don't have a chance of stealing the ball. Those are the fouls that come back to haunt you in that fourth quarter when maybe you should have just picked up your 4th foul, but you got a dumb foul, and now it's your 5th foul, and you're out of the game.
Well, we have got a 5-point difference between these two schools. Hickman County leads 22-17, and the buzzer just sounded, which means we're about to be underway with the third quarter in the games. In the first game of the season, I should say. And capturing that first win of the season's oh so sweet. Even better if you can do it in front of your home crowd. Hickman County looking to advance to 1-0, but 2 quarters remain if they want to accomplish that.
Going to have to play defense and rebound.
The Lady Vikings on the attack first. Top of the key over to Haskins.
Trying to isolate inside. Bulldogs have to double dribble.
And Gordon bid on defense right there, but it leads to a double dribble and a turnover. Hickman County ball.
So Community's really trying to isolate the post girl inside. They're 4-out motion, swinging the ball from side to side, trying to seal her. Hickman County has to give good help side.
Everett at the wing. Dribbles inside. Pump fakes the pass. Nice bounce to Chilton. No, it's not Chilton. And that's good.
That was Chilton. Carly with the 3 right there on the kick out from Zoe.
What I notice is that Zoe usually wearing 30, wearing 33 right now. The shot is up, trying to answer back with a 3. No good. Rebounded by Gordon. And that Everett 3-pointer, her first bucket. course, Everett known for her fearless shooting. We know last year, if she had the ball in her hands and she had even the slightest bit of an opening, she was going to take it when it came to pulling the trigger. And
she is what you call a shooter. And if she gets hot, she can light it up.
I think about what we heard from Tim Puckett last year in an interview. He said shoot or shoot, and that is definitely Everett's mentality. Everett passes to Chilton. Chilton pulls from three, and it bounces over the backboard.
Not a bad shot, right off the back center of the rim. I thought it was in. I thought it was in when she shot it.
Hickman County swarming the ball. Maxey looking for help and gives over to Hill. Hill driving it on Chilton, spins, met by Kramer, and that's a walk.
Good step up by Bailey right there. She thought she was going to have a little shot on that spin, and then all of a sudden, Bailey's long arms were right in front of her, and she had second thoughts.
I mean, you got to feel for that young lady. She had a little spin move there, turns right into a brick wall, if you will. Chilton now at the wing.
Trying to get the shot for Carly up top. Slow developing.
And Carly pulls and shoots.
And
Money!
She hit it. That was one of the slowest developing plays I've seen, but it worked.
Hey, and you called it. Props to you, and Everett sinks it. Her second three in just a matter of minutes. And she lost control, and that's a turnover. Man, and having a turnover like that in front of a hostile Hickman County bench, that's the last thing you want to do.
She tried to make her move before she caught the ball, and it bounced off her knee out of bounds.
Floyd up top.
Try to set another play up for Carly.
Everett now dribbles in.
Nice
bounce pass to Kramer. Tries to put it up.
Got the foul. It's going to be 2 on 11, I think.
So a nice job there by Kramer, and she'll go to the line for 2. The first one no good.
That was a nice setup by Carly to get her that shot.
And Kramer can't get the second to fall.
Everett with the rebound and the points. Nice offensive rebound. Carly's come alive this quarter, which is good to see.
Everett certainly making her presence known this third quarter of play after being relatively silent offensively in that first half.
Foul on Floyd, that's her second.
So Community will inbound near the Hickman County sideline. It's into Maxey. Gives to Pearson. Chilton got a hand on it. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Lady Vikings, but a nice defensive play there by the senior. To the corner, Yos dunks it to White, high off the glass, and it falls.
It's a nice set play from the sideline right there.
The shot is up and good.
Bailey Kramer shooting that shot with confidence.
Tough pass to White off the glass, and she gets another one. Floyd drives. Quickly, goes all the way, and it's in.
Lady Dogs are getting the pace of the game into what they want. Community doesn't want an up and down game.
These Lady Dogs can strike like lightning. Trying to push it down the floor. Pearson lost it. Picked up by Gordon. Haley now drives. Bounce pass to Floyd. Floyd off the glass, and that's another bucket.
Nice setup by Haley Gordon right there. She knew all the way down what she was wanting to do. She saw Ava on the right wing, set it up, nice. It's going to be a delay of game on the Lady Dogs after the layup. One of our girls tried to throw it to them, and because they were tired, not picking it up. And we were like, we want to go, let's go.
Pearson finds Haskins. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Lady Dogs 37, Lady Vikings 21. Yos floats it to White on the money. White puts it up, and it's good again. And that has been really their only form of offense this entire game thus far.
And what does she have, 12 right now? It's 12 of their 23 points right there. I would almost like to see, instead of us going into that front, I'd like to see her have to shoot that over Bailey and let our guards double down when she gets it. And tell Bailey just to wall up, challenge every shot, make her shoot it over, because every one of those shots have been wide open layups. She hasn't really had to make a move yet.
And if you're Coach Gordon, you have to anticipate they're going to keep trying it. I mean, they're already trailing now by more than double digits. And if that's been your most reliable play call, then why not keep trying to claw back into this game doing what you do best, really? So
that's pretty much our only play that I've seen. They try to spread it out. They will shoot the three. And they've hit one maybe, I think. Have they hit one? Yeah. A lot of their threes haven't looked real smooth, so.
Floyd now off the timeout. Tough pass to Everett. And it's taken away by Community. Maxey wants to drive in. Takes it all the way, and Kramer gets a hand on it. Chilton goes to Gordon at the wing. Now Chilton over to Floyd. Now Kramer, pump fakes, passes to Gordon. Now Chilton, pump fakes a three, now drives midway. Can't get it to fall, and a foul is called.
Third foul on Carly.
Now right there, Ron, did you like the play by Chilton, the pump fake, or would you rather have her pull it up and try to shoot that corner three?
The girl was closing out on her hard right there. That's a good move. That's a good shot. Sometimes they don't go.
Community trying to bring up the floor again. Haskins meets Gordon on that right side. Has to pass it back to Maxey. Now to Pearson. Kramer couldn't get a hand on it. Gordon flying in to help. The shot is well short. White can't find it.
Somebody's got to get down on that ball. We got girls out at the three-point line watching.
Community back in possession, looks to reset. Dunks it off to White. White gets it to fall and one. Even amidst all the chaos, they still try to find a way to get Alyssa White the basketball underneath.
Right now they're doing a pretty good job of it.
And White's free throw is up, off the mark, rebounded by Kramer. Gordon gives to Puckett. Bounce pass to Floyd, knocked away by Maxey and taken away by Community.
Bulldogs need to get a stop. Community's trying to make a little run. They're on a little 4-0 run right now.
Driving, Haskins just throws it up, and it's not going to find anything except the hands of Ava Floyd. Ava drives, tough shot, buckets.
Nice floater right there. She makes that shot look easy a lot of times, and it is so far from easy.
And it's a shot we really don't see many other girls take.
10 seconds. Good pressure right there by the Bulldogs. Rachel was just dogging her back and forth. They took their time. Got a 10-second count.
Well, and right there, if you're Community, you're trying to find a way to get away from the defender. You're not even thinking about the 10-second call.
Yep.
So we go right back to Hickman County. Chilton inbounds to Floyd. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Puckett drives the free throw line, dishes out to Kramer.
Nice back cut.
And a great pass.
That was great offense right there. So pretty. Kramer with that one dribble ad. Gordon with the back cut. 2 points.
And that secures Gordon her first bucket of the game. Maxey gives wide open Pearson. Pulls up. Too strong, no good. And it'll be Lady Dog ball.
Like I said, I'm letting them shoot that because I haven't seen anybody shoot a three yet that looks like they're really smooth or pure.
And that's certainly what they did right there. I mean, I think Ava was probably the closest defender, and she was still probably a good 15 feet off of her.
But I'm going to back her up in front of the post so they can't get the ball inside.
Chilton, tough pass to Gordon. Kicks it, Kramer, corner three, no good, too strong, rolls off the rim.
Off Community. That'll be Bulldog ball.
So a big break there for Hickman, keeping possession. It'll be Floyd inbounding it from the baseline. Finds Gordon. Gordon gives to Floyd. Floyd pulls up mid-range, off. A nice hustle by Puckett, but she couldn't secure the rebound. Community takes over. Under a minute to play now in the third quarter. White at the left wing. Gives to Yos, now swings over to Pearson. Pearson fires to White. Kramer. Oh my goodness, it's just not fair.
Where'd she play her that time? She was between her and the goal and she couldn't get it over her. I'd like to see that more.
Floyd gives to Puckett, now to Kramer. Kramer along two, not gonna find it. Picked up by Maxey of the Lady Vikings, 15 seconds to play. Quick bullet pass. Oh my good gracious, was that even legal?
She put that one up against the clock. If you know it, if you've ever been in Hickman County, you know the clock that's in the wire cage by the doors. That one hit the clock.
That was awesome. And a wild shot, and it falls in. Wow. Anna Haskins, 5 seconds. Floyd to Gordon, pulls up from two, off the glass, no good. Loose ball, and that brings us to the end of the third. Your score, Lady Dogs 41, Community 27. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald family. Heritage Bank and Trust and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
There are 8 minutes left to play in the Lady Dogs' first game of the season. We're about to start the fourth quarter. Hickman leads over Community 41-27. And folks, just for a moment or two, I want to brag on this Hickman County High School IT department and the AV classroom. They have been such a huge blessing, a huge help to us here at WNKX. If you notice, we have new cameras this year for home games, so I have to brag on them just a little bit. And Ruger Toddy has been our producer, and Cooper Tidwell has been our cameraman, and they've been doing such a wonderful job. So a big thanks to Hickman County High School and the AV classroom. The shot is up. Floyd can't find it. Loose ball picked up by Yos of Community. And Moore gives up top. Yos drives in, left-handed, tough shot, out of bounds. Waiting for the official's decision. I think it might be staying with.
Bailey blocked it out of bounds. She tried to go up, and Bailey got another block. That's about 3 in the last 35 seconds.
She has certainly been racking them up. Tough bounce pass. Haskins puts it up, no good. The ball's loose and tipped to Haley Gordon. Gordon to Puckett. Now Kramer at the wing. Hands to Floyd. Floyd drives, puts it up. Can't find it. Puckett with the tip, knocks it to Floyd. Ava, tough pass to Chilton. Drives on the baseline, pulls up for two. Too strong. And it was tipped out of bounds. Coach Gordon tried to plead his case that it was Bulldog ball, but it will stay with Community. Pass to Moore, who has their only 3 of the game. This time she pulls up from 2, can't find it. And flying in out of nowhere was Alyssa White, knocks it out of bounds, and it will be Lady Dog possession.
Wouldn't be a bad idea if Coach Gordon subbed a little bit early on in this quarter. He's got a couple of girls that are kind of tired, and he's deeper this year. He can play 8 girls and not give up anything.
Driving in, nice move.
Nice move by Haley Gordon right there, little ball fake. Of course, she's fresh. She didn't play much the first half, so she's ready to go. That was a sweet move.
So Haley Gordon with her second bucket, and Puckett almost ripped it away, but the Vikings maintained possession. Haskins, tough pass in to White, and White just cannot go over Kramer. Loose ball, picked up by Gordon, and she's fouled.
It's going to be her third, I believe. So Coach Gordon has gone to playing a White from behind now and having guards dig down and trap her, and she doesn't like that as much.
And Gordon tries again from that mid-range spot. No good. Picked up by Pearson. Fires down the court for Haskins at that left wing. Pump fakes, drives on Chilton. Walking through.
It's going to be a foul on Chilton.
And yep, the foul is called. And that'll send Haskins to the free throw line. And to your point, Ron, ever since Coach Gordon changed up that scheme and has Kramer playing between White and the goal, it has been a completely different story.
Well, it makes it harder to score. You know, they're still going to score some, but she's only had 2 points since then. And I think it was on, no, that was high-low that she got that last one on too.
So Haskins makes the first free throw, misses the second, and rebounded by, to Ron's point earlier, the fresher Haley Gordon. Everett drives, looking for help, gets it out to Floyd. A little behind the back dribble there by Ava. Floats it to Gordon, corner three, no good. Picked up by Everett, tries to go back up, well guarded by Community, out of bounds. And it should stay with the Lady Dogs. Passes out off the hands of Kramer. White playing tough defense, and it's a one-on-one break. White goes up, left-handed layup. No good, a lot of contact, and they'll say the last one to touch it was a Lady Dog. We've got just over 5.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Lady Dogs lead 43-28, and a timeout is called.
Take a timeout.
And for the Lady Dogs, this week, 2 home games to start the season. Of course, we have tonight, we're here in J.E. Cisco hosting Community, and on Thursday, hosting Columbia Academy. So Ron, as we sit through this timeout, how do you want to see Hickman County sort of leave this game and enter into CA's game on Thursday?
You've got a 15-point lead with 5.5 minutes left. You want to close the game just exactly the way you've been playing the last 2.5 quarters. You want to put pressure on them. You want to push the issue. You want to take good shots. One of the things that I feel like really helped us out, we stopped pressing, going one-on-one, and when we started getting steals, we started getting turnovers, we started spreading the ball around. Our offense started looking better. We got back cuts for layups, and that's how you want to close this out. Sometimes in a 15-point game, those last few minutes, you know, you can come out and maybe not execute as well, let them score a few points, and then you've got a battle on your hands, and that's what we don't want.
And of course, as you know, 5.5 minutes, 15-point game, still plenty of time for Community to turn this around if you're not careful. Pearson, left wing. Working on Chilton, the pass sails way over the head of Maxey, and that's going to be a turnover. So the Lady Dogs certainly letting Community make the mistakes thus far.
Well, we're playing good defense. We're in the spots we're supposed to be in, and making them make tough passes.
And the pass underthrown there by Floyd, looking for Everett in the corner. Taken away by the Lady Vikings. Haskins wants to drive. Again blocked by Kramer. I feel like we're going to be saying that a lot this season.
One of the big things Bailey has to learn, she's doing a good job tonight, is she's using her hands up top. She's not smacking down. She smacks, she'll get fouls. But she's so tall that right there is just tough. She got another block right there.
But
they got the rebound in the layup, but
a quick pass, Floyd to Gordon. Finds Kramer underneath. Off the glass, can't find it. Rebounded by a Pearson. And here comes Community. From three, it's good.
This is where we have to be able to slow it down. They're on a 5-0 run right now because of a couple of mistakes we made. The missed layup, a turnover, and those are the things that we don't want to make this game tighter.
So Coach Gordon having to take the timeout. Now, of course, at this stage of the game, now we've got a 10-point ball game, 43-33. I mean, that was still only Community's second three of the game. So are you still okay with letting them take those shots at you know, being able to protect the interior a little bit more at the expense of that?
Yeah, you don't like the turnovers and missed layups. Those are the little things. They're going to hit some shots. That's going to happen in a basketball game. You very rarely do you see a shutout in basketball. So the other team's going to make shots. What you want to do is mitigate the damage that you do to yourself by turnovers, missed layups, those kinds of things. So that's what this timeout was for. Settle them down. I think as we come in, Puckett's coming in for Everett.
And that's the only change, I believe. Floyd, Gordon, Chilton, and Kramer still on the floor for the Lady Dogs.
Some trap, get it out of it, get it out of it, get it out of it.
Gordon looking for help from being swarmed.
And we're going to get bailed out with the, he called a timeout.
I was about to say, I thought I saw him call the foul there for a moment, but
I thought he called a foul, but I think Coach Gordon called the timeout behind, called a 30-second. So that's where, in those situations, for some reason, when you have that lead and you know that trap's coming, you don't make those instantaneous decisions as well as you did earlier when everything was going well. You start thinking. Right there, Haley Gordon just hung on to it a little bit too long. She had a couple of girls open, but she hung onto it too long, let that trap come, and then you're in trouble.
But in that situation, I suppose a timeout is better than a turnover.
Yeah. Now the downside of it is we only have one timeout left. So, you know, you're looking at navigating the last 4.5 minutes of the game with only one timeout.
And I think to your point earlier, in games like this now, down the road this season, there's probably going to be games even tighter than this one, as we can imagine. And I think that's where having that depth, where you can pretty much rotate anybody in and feel confident in who you're playing with, that's really going to pay dividends for this team. And I think we might even see that here as this game winds to the close, having to keep the fresh legs out there.
Well, that's where I was kind of hoping earlier that Coach Gordon would sub in those girls around that fourth quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter, so that Ava, Zoe, these girls are a little bit fresher than they are right now.
And there's Puckett at the wing. Dribbles to her left. Now Chilton over to Puckett in the corner. Puckett finds Gordon.
They've gone to a zone. We're trying to pulling it out, being a little patient. Oh boy, she almost stepped over and back there.
Oh, and it looks like Coach Pierce over there.
It was close.
Community wanted it. Bateman County is trying to burn a lot of time here. Now Floyd drives, has it knocked away.
Foul from behind.
But a foul is called.
She back tapped her elbow trying to reach around and
the pass is out to Chilton. Back to Floyd. Under 4 minutes to play in the game. Ava drives, steps through.
should have had a foul there. Must have been Mike under the basket. Yeah, he doesn't call those.
Tough shot, and Kramer.
Then you get a touch foul on the other end. That was a good block. That happens when you have two different referees on the ends of the floor.
But really that being Kramer's, second foul of the game, being as aggressive as she's been in the interior, only having 2 fouls, compare that to the ratio of the blocks she's had. Pretty good night so far.
Pretty good night. Bulldogs on this other end have to get a score. We've gone about 3 minutes now without scoring. They've cut it into single digits now. We need a good offensive possession, a good shot. Somebody needs to step up, knock down this one. Oh, there's a turnover.
And Puckett has it knocked loose, picked up by White, dishes to Yos, moving down the floor in a hurry. Haskins pump fakes, drives.
That's going to be a foul on Chilton. She slapped down.
So Community driving, trying to draw these free throws to dink and dunk their way back into this one. Haskins makes the first. And Haskins makes the second, bringing her up to 8 points in this second half, tying Alyssa White's point totals for the half. Tough pass to Floyd, but she got it. Driving now through, trying for that underhanded layup, not gonna find it. And again, Community with a big takeaway. 3 minutes now to play in the fourth. Moore at the wing, gives up top to Maxey, quick swing to Yos. Nice defensive play. Nice play by Puckett, but Community able to come back up with it. Haskins drives, nothing going, off the hands of Kramer.
Right now their offense is to drive wildly and hope we foul them. We've got to buckle down and not let our girl get by us and keep our shoulders between them and the goal.
Maxey looking for somebody, finally finds Yos, but a timeout taken by Coach Pierce.
2:46 left, 43-36 lead. They're on an 8-0 run right now because it was 43-28.
Well, and you mentioned earlier that Hickman County hasn't scored in over 3 minutes now, and over 3 minutes.
Have we scored in this quarter?
I don't think so.
I don't remember what the score was, but if we scored, it's only been like 2 points. I feel like we haven't scored yet.
And that's very possible. I mean, Hickman County is, I don't want to say they're going conservative on the offensive side of the ball, but they certainly haven't been orchestrating these plays where they draw up for their three-point shooters. We've seen Ava drive a few times, but not resulting in much.
So Community's changed their defense. They've gone to, instead of a full court press, they've gone to, it's almost a 3/4 court press, and then they're falling back into a half-court zone. So the man-to-man that they were running earlier that we were able to get back cuts on, that's not there anymore, and they're matching up the gaps a whole lot better. Hickman County needs to come out this next possession. They need to have a set where they get the shot they want, whether it goes in or not. They're going to run a little backdoor play here, I have a feeling, for 11. Try to isolate 11. There it goes right there.
Well guarded by the Lady Dogs.
Boy, and they totally missed her. Number 3 was wide open.
Haskins now drives in, tries to go over Kramer, and again, nothing happening. And Kramer.
Community had the play they wanted last time. They just missed 3. She was wide open under the goal. Here it comes. Three's going to shoot the.
Up top, tries to drive. Short, picked up by White. Shot goes up the bottom of the backboard, but she secures her own rebound and gets the 2. Now they're pressing. Everett finds Puckett. Now Floyd.
We need to attack.
Pump fakes the pass, denied by White. A lot of contact, no call.
A lot of contact.
But it will still stay with the Dogs. substitutions now. Number 25, Hayden Moore, enters in for Savannah Pearson for the Lady Vikings. And Zoe Chilton entering back in for Rachel Puckett. Finds Kramer, and she got the 2.
That was a big 2 points right there. Nice play right there. Little back screen, freed Bailey up on the right side of the goal.
A much-needed bucket to widen the lead to 7. And a foul is called, a blocking foul against the Lady Dogs, and that'll be a couple of shots. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter.
So right now we're giving up too many points with the clock not moving.
But to your point earlier, that seems to be community strategy.
Well, when you get down, if you can score free throws, you're scoring points without that clock moving, that's to your advantage.
And you're keeping those free throws in the hands of Haskins, who has made more free throws than anybody this half. And Haskins goes 2 for 2 again. 5-point game now with 2 minutes to go.
Somebody's got to space it out. There we go.
Nice pass, Kramer to Everett.
So he's smart here.
Gives off to Floyd. Now to Everett, corner 3. Comes up short.
That's a quick shot. We didn't really have to have that. And then we foul. And now they're shooting free throws again.
Everett did have the open look, just not enough mustard on it.
When you're up 5, the quick 3 from the corner, you don't want. That's just you would rather under 2 minutes. Clock is going to be your friend.
And with under 2 minutes left, Maxie's at the line. As she misses the first, Rachel Puckett set to sub back in for Carly Everett, who now has 4 fouls on the night. So one more foul, and that'll spell the end of the night for Everett. Maxie's second free throw is up, this one on target. Maxie has 2 points in this half, both of which have come via the free throw. And the dink and dunk down the floor. Moore tries to cut off the pass, but Floyd comes up with it. 90 seconds to play. Floyd being double teamed, dunks it off to Chilton. Nice pass to Gordon. Gives off the Puckett, now back out to Floyd. Ava being triple teamed now, and a foul is called.
Community's still got 2 fouls to give before we're shooting free throws. So we've got to handle some pressure, be ready for a trap, not just assume they're going to foul us.
And Chilton got rid of it in a hurry, but off the hands of Chilton, and that'll be a turnover. Now, while that pass didn't find the hands of Zoe, that's certainly what you want to see, though, avoiding those traps, those quick passes.
It was a good pass. Zoe just didn't quite handle it. I'm not sure.
Up the floor now, Community. White at the wing, gives up top to Yos, open 3. Well off the mark, no good, and it'll be Lady Dog ball. And only down 4 points. I know she had the open look there, but their effectiveness has come from driving in the interior, not taking threes. They've only had 2 the entire game.
I was okay with her shooting that 3.
And an errant pass picked up by White. Maxie wants to drive. And a
Good
charge.
save right there by Zoe. That time she moved her feet quick. She got to the spot. Great defensive play by the senior right there.
And of course, on top of that, the blatant extension right there, the arm.
Well, but what the difference was, it wasn't necessarily the extension. She was there. The girl hit her with her shoulder, and if she'd been a little bit late, if she hadn't moved her feet quick, that'd have been a foul on Zoe. Need some better passes here. There we go.
Now Floyd wants to drive. Pass. Gordon steps through.
Oh, missed the layup.
Rattles
Foul.
out.
Don't foul. Call the foul. Should have had it.
And with 28.7 seconds left, that'll be shots for Community with a chance to make it a one-possession game. And everyone, if you've been enjoying this broadcast, fear not, we got another one coming your way a few moments after the conclusion of this one. It'll be your Hickman County boys taking on the boys of Community.
Got to get a rebound here if it's a miss.
And she hits the second one. That's Pearson's first point of the game.
Clock. There
And,
we go.
and the clock right there didn't roll off, tipped out of bounds by White. It'll stay with the Lady Dogs, 23 seconds now. And right there, it looked like Community might have saved a few seconds right there just because of the clock not running.
Yeah.
We'll give it out to Floyd. Being double teamed, gets around it. Now drives all the way. And a timeout.
Right off 8 seconds right there. I was kind of surprised Community let us dribble for that long. 16.2 left on the clock now. Got to get the ball in the hands of Ava.
And it's taken away by Moore. And Moore losing control of it, puts it up, misses the two, and
Big
taken
rebound
away by Gordon.
Pull it out, make him foul you.
And a foul is called with 3.7 seconds. So near disaster there for the Lady Dogs turns into some pretty good fortune.
Well, yeah, that's the only way to put that. Zoe threw the ball straight to Community right there. I'm not sure what we were trying to do on that inbounds. That free throw right there makes it a two-possession game, though. Right here, we just got to make sure we don't foul.
And Gordon, some big-time free throws. And a half-court shot off the mark, rebounded by Puckett, and the clock strikes 0. And in the opening game of the season, right here in J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium, your Hickman County Lady Bulldogs are victorious over Community by a final score of 47-42. So, Ron, while the end of that game certainly not the prettiest conclusion, they got the win and they're 1-0 to start the season.
Well, the thing Coach Gordon will like is that they got the win, and that fourth quarter gave him a lot of coaching points that they can go back on film and watch and say, look, this is what we want you to never do again.
And speaking of Coach Gordon, we're going to have an opportunity to hear from him at the halftime of the boys' game. He'll be joining us at the broadcasting table. We'll get to ask him a few questions, as well as his hand-selected player of the game. So we're looking forward to that. Don't go anywhere. The boys' game will begin in just under 15 minutes. We're going to step away for a few moments, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere on WNKX. We welcome you back to the broadcast here on WNKX. I'm Josh Copley, joined alongside by Ron Puckett, and we saw an exciting first game with the girls taking on Community, where they were victorious 47-42, but in just about 7 minutes, we're going to see the tip-off for the boys' game. And Ron, what are you looking for out of these guys to start the season?
It's one of the things you always want is you want to dictate the game defensively. Community is going to be a team. They don't have a lot of size. They're not as big as us. And just kind of watching them warm up, I feel like a lot of their offense is probably going to be from the three-point line. So we want to be able to run them off the line. We want to be able to challenge their shots as they get inside. We want to be able to control the boards. If we give up a lot of open threes and they get hot, then you can have a long night. So defensively, those are the big things that we want to look at and that we want to see. Offensively, we want to control the ball. We want to not make turnovers. We've got a size advantage. We also have shooters that spread out over the floor. So whatever Community decides to give us, if they decide to pack it inside, then our three-pointers are going to be open. If they decide to get out and stop the three-point shots, then Tyler McKinnon should be able to go one-on-one inside. So offensively, you want to be smart and take advantage of what the other team gives you. Not force the issue, not force shots over two or three people. Hit that open person. Trust your teammates. Move that ball around and run a good offense.
And something I talked to Coach Dawson about, and it's really something that a lot of people notice at first glance at this team. There's no more Elisha Puckett. He graduated last year, so now who's going to step up and fill the void and be that leader on the court that he was the last 2 seasons? And I think a lot of guys are looking at the senior class this year. A lot of fans are looking at the senior class, looking at guys like Will McDonald, looking at guys like Tyler McKinnon, even Tim Puckett as well, Brody Worley, a lot of juniors on this team that can step up and be that leader. And Coach Dawson said they don't know who that man is going to be yet, but I think game 1 is going to be indicative on who's going to be that guy going forward. So
this is my take on this year's team. Elisha's gone. He was a one-of-a-kind player that could take that. We're going to be – this team right here has the upside of being better than last year's team. Their ceiling is a lot higher than last year's team because they have 7 or 8 guys this year who are poised in any game to take over the game. Last year, you knew that it was going to be Elisha that took over the game most times. The other guys were going to chip in, but it was going to be Elisha's show. This year, I feel like we're going to be better if we don't have that one guy. I feel like we're going to be better if we have, okay, this game right here, they're not guarding Tyler McKinnon. Tyler's the guy. This game, they're not guarding Will McDonald. He's getting open shots. Will's the guy. If they don't guard Tim Puckett, Tim's the guy, you know. And they're going to be better served this year to do it as a committee. You know, everybody steps up, everybody plays instead of looking for the one guy. I felt like in the first half at the state tournament last year, Alcoa had a very good game plan against us where they took Elisha away and the other guys weren't ready to step up the first half. Now the second half they did, and we almost came back and got them. So that's what I'm looking for this year is I want to see a complete team. I want to see them function as a team. I want to see them play as a team. And if they'll do that, the sky's the limit for these guys.
And over the course of last year and in the offseason, we've really seen a lot of guys come into their own as players. Last year, a guy that I thought he was an X-factor kind of player when he got his minutes was Tylen Seal. He did a great job of subbing in for Tyler McKinnon, playing that role. He's not as tall as Tyler, but he's still strong underneath, and he's a hard guy to score on. I thought he had a great breakout year last year. I thought Braden Brown did tremendous. For his size, he knows how to use his size really well. He's very shifty. He's a great team player and can shine when he wants to.
I think Braden Brown is one of the big keys this year because he's a ball handler this year. He's going to have the majority of the pressure when a team's putting full court man-to-man. He's going to be the guy bringing the ball up the floor. He's going to be the guy getting us set up in the offense and making that first pass. And he's the one, to me, that is going to kind of dictate how things go. He might not score a lot of points, which he can, but he's going to get us into our offense. and I'm looking forward to seeing how he does because I've watched him over the summer, and he's gotten better and better.
And I think, it goes back to what we were talking about with the girls, the work ethic and the desire to play the game. And Braden Brown exudes that. I got to see him a few weeks ago at an FCA event that I spoke at. He came up to me and said, "Josh, check this out." And he showed a video of him dunking. At 5'10", he was jamming it, and that is, a testament to his athleticism and his hard work that he's been putting in. I think he could definitely be a leader on this team, even as a junior.
This whole group has put in the work in the offseason, and that's why I'm so excited going into it. Is I know the hard work that they put in. I know the hours they've been getting up in the morning and coming in at 6 in the morning to play and doing that extra stuff. And this is what you do that for. 1 minute and 48 seconds from now, they're going to be calling out the starting lineups, and that's why you do this. You come out here in front of a crowd. You come out here to play, and this is when all that hard work pays off.
I don't know, we are absolutely excited to see it, but also with this Hickman County team, we're seeing some new guys come onto the squad. We're seeing Major Qualls, who just moved back, so we're excited to see him get some minutes on the floor, as well as East Hickman transfer sophomore Carter Goodwin. Now, whenever we played East Hickman last year, he was a pretty darn good three-point shooter. So if he gets some minutes, he'll definitely make the most of those, I think.
He's a good little point guard also that can give Braden Brown some help with him bringing the ball up the floor also. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. And just kind of, it's about that time. So
it is about that time.
We'll know more in 32 minutes.
We look here, I know we talk about how many scorers and offensive weapons Hickman County has, but if you want to talk about perimeter defense, Will McDonald and Tim Puckett could be the best tandem, in the district as far as perimeter defense.
Don't forget Braden Brown.
And Braden Brown as well.
He can put some pressure on the ball. He's very good at anticipating passes, slipping into lanes. Looking at their starting lineup, they're starting small, so it's going to be really challenging to guard the perimeter with our bigger guys. We're going to have to move our feet, stay out of foul trouble.
And the moment that music hit and the crowds got on their feet for the starting lineups, it just felt like, just goosebumps came across. Because you know what time it is. It's time to watch, your two-time back-to-back state championship appearance. Bulldogs, they're about ready to take the floor, looking for that third berth in a row, which they are definitely capable of doing, absolutely.
Well, it's time for them to write their own chapter in their book. We've got a large senior class. This is the year that they're going to remember. This is their senior year, so they're writing their own chapter this time around.
Your starting five for the Hickman County Bulldogs will be senior Brody Worley, junior Braden Brown, senior Tim Puckett, senior Will McDonald, and senior Tyler McKinnon. And at midcourt, McKinnon will be taking the tip for the Dogs. And something we should point out, this Hickman County team is without a senior who was a big part of the team last year, Dylan Qualls, who will be out for the next few games. So how Hickman County plays without him, we'll also see here tonight. And McKinnon wins the tip. It'll be Braden Brown with the rock at the logo. Brown to McKinnon, up top. Gives McDonald, pulls from three. Off the back rim, no good. And picked up by Community on a quick drive. All the way. And I think McDonald got a hand on it.
McDonald got a little tip on that. Good defense.
Haskins was the one on the breakaway. Give to Worley at the right wing.
They're really sagging inside. Worley with nice penetration there, picked up the foul on the much smaller Lowell. Bulldogs are going to have mismatches inside. I feel like Community's really going to try to clog the post up, sag guys into the lane.
And he passes it out to Tim Puckett beyond midcourt. Tim gives to Braden. Back to Puckett. Floats it to McKinnon.
Trying to post up McDonald inside. There's the kick out to Brown for the
And
three.
Brown
And it's
sinks the corner three.
Nice setup by Tyler McKinnon right there. Ball goes inside, outside. Those are the threes you hit most of the time.
Now driving and trying to answer back. Williams has it knocked loose, but a foul is called. And going back to that last Braden Brown three, I mean, when you have a guy who's 6'6", driving into the paint, you have to call for help because one guy is not going to be enough to stop it. And when you do that, just as we saw, Brown wide open the corner.
And that's where you have to hit those outside shots. And we got the guys who can hit them this year.
Williams gives. Now back up top.
Bulldogs playing a switching man-to-man defense.
The ball's
McKinnon
loose.
with the
Still loose.
With the steal.
McKinnon's got it. Now it's McDonald 3-on-1. Steps through. Nice move. And it's up and in.
Tyler McKinnon caused all of that. He poked it through, poked it out, and then he went ahead and finished the steal.
Ball now up top. Driving in. Over Braden Brown. Shot rolls out.
Come on, get in there and rebound.
The Vikings stay with it. In the corner now. Now to the wing from three. It's good. So Community stops the 5-0 run and scores for the first time in the 2025-2026 season. Now it's Brown, guarded by Law. Brown, nice pass to McDonald, and an easy two.
Nice back cut right there. Good job setting up that play by the Bulldogs.
And team basketball, the name of the game for Hickman County. Out the wing, driving McKinnon there to meet him at the free throw stripe.
Oh, that's a walk. Another walk.
And Williams tries for three. Off the mark. And McKinnon has it ripped away. It's a scrap for the ball. And it's a jump that'll go the way of Community. So as you said earlier, they look like they'd be a three-point shooting team, and that's the shots they're trying to generate thus far.
They're going to get those the most. One thing I don't like that the Bulldogs are doing, every time Community's shooting, we got guys leaking out trying to get the dunk instead of coming in and rebounding. That's making it hard on our rebounders.
So 7-3 your score. Community driving, shot off the mark. Brody Worley secures it. Fires off the hand of Brown. Brown knocks it loose, but the Vikings still able to maintain it. Williams gives up top three. No good. McKinnon with the board. Will picks it up, looks for help, gives it to Brown. Brown wants to drive, puts up a shot. No good, but he's fouled. Brown, such a scrappy player, unafraid of driving into the paint. Brown buries the first free throw. And real quick, how about this Hickman County fan base? They are shoulder to shoulder over here, and Brown misses the second.
That's what we expected.
Oh, and
There's
Brown
with the steal.
A beautiful takeaway. Nice move. Lays it up and in. Braden Brown, the
Almost
undisputed
forced another
X-Factor.
turnover right there on the inbounds.
Oh, and Tim tried to get a hand on it there. Gibbs, Williams pulls from three, rattles out, rebounded by Community.
Got to box out. Puckett with the rebound there.
The putback was no good, but a nice job by Hickman County to secure the board. Tim pulls from three. Yes, sir! Tim's first bucket of the season. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of those as the season rolls on. And McDonald almost knocks it loose, but he is called for the foul. And we were talking a little bit ago that Tim is a tremendous defender, but if you let him get hot from beyond the three-point line, you're in trouble.
He's probably the best shooter in the Puckett family.
And, you know, that's what I've been told. I never knew if it was true or not, but, I mean, he's shown it here already. Bounce pass, a nice pass.
Nice
there
back cut right there. Nice pass for the layup. 13-5.
So that's the second bucket of the game for Community. 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter, 13-5. Dogs lead. Brown looking for help.
Can't pick up the ball out that far.
Finds Worley.
Brody came down funny on his foot.
Yeah, that did not
like
look
he got
good.
an ankle or something right there. Braden's got to keep his dribble out there. He can't pick up the ball there. That leads to bad things normally.
And he's too good of a handler not to.
We switch to our dog defense, our 1-3-1. There's one turnover already. Well, I guess we tipped it, so they get to keep it.
And the officials do say it went out of bounds on McDonald.
Now we're on a 2-3 on the inbounds. Turnover, Brown.
So Brown the break. Might take it himself and does. Floats it up, no good. Rebounded by Community.
Got to use that backboard there.
They're pushing it down the floor in a hurry. In the corner. Hill dunks it
Step
underneath.
out of bounds. Turnover.
Hickman County's defense, as they're known to do, forcing a lot of mistakes. Brown up the right side of the floor.
I don't like that picking up the ball there, but
A bullet to McKinnon at the free throw stripe. Dribbles in, off the glass, too strong. The Vikings take over. Now Williams had to look for a moment, but Hickman County crashes really well. Contested three, off the mark, tipped out. Nice play right there to keep it alive. But Brown picks it up behind Worley, but a nice job to corral it by the senior. McKinnon now gives McDonald, quick pull. Just misses the three.
went out of bounds off Community.
And a crucial mistake there.
Ball bounced off funny, I guess. He was going one way, ball went the other way, and we got a timeout on the floor.
It's one of those, if you're Coach Farrell of Community, you probably would like your guy to try to play dodgeball with it, just get out of the way and take over possession through those means.
That's hard to do. That ball's coming to you. It's just instinct to reach out and try to grab it.
Well, and the game moves 100 miles an hour, if not faster. For us up here, we get a survey of the land, but right there it's boom, boom, boom. So can't fault them too much on that one. But Community having to take their first timeout of the contest.
Right now, the Bulldogs have gotten good shots. Brown and Puckett have both hit a three. McDonald's had two open looks, hit back iron. Both shots look good right there. One of the things I haven't seen yet that I'd like to see is I'd like Tyler McKinnon to get the ball inside and make a real strong post move. That last shot he shot, he got pushed out to 12 feet and pushed away.
Oh, and Brody Worley, how about that shot to secure the bucket? And the shot underneath, it's been a friendly fire there. Community battling themselves. Now a drive, stops, couldn't get it over. McKinnon goes to Worley, one-on-one, bounce pass to Tim. Easy two for the Dogs.
Great pass by Brody Worley right there. He got the ball ahead, saw Tim trailing and set him up the whole way. Great assist.
And a great job by Tim to finish the job. Now Community trailing 17-5. 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. In the corner, back to the wing, pulls from three. He got it. Charlie Haskins with the triple. Now it's Brown quickly bringing it up the floor. In that left corner, now to the left wing. Wants to drive, now dishes to McKinnon up top.
McKinnon was looking for Puckett underneath, but he wasn't looking at him.
And McDonald tries to get rid of it, a lot of contact, but it's taken away. They have numbers. Stops, misses it, puts it up again, gets his own rebound, and the putback is good. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. McDonald wants to drive, wants to pass it to McKinnon. Looked like it went off of Community. Now it's time for substitutions. Kylan Seal, we were talking about him earlier, entering the game for McKinnon. And it's good to keep your big guy fresh.
It's a good time. 42 seconds left in the quarter. He gets an extended break over the quarter timeout, so he's really getting like a 2.5 minute break here.
And Tim in the corner pulls up, just short. It's a scrap for the rebound, which the Vikings come up with. Driving to the corner, Haskins goes top of the key. Back to Williams. Under 30 seconds in the first. Williams thought about pulling up, now drives, kicks it out. Now to the corner, steps through. Mid-range two, too strong. Tim Puckett with the board. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Brown on the drive. Wants to take it coast to coast, can't get it. And Community with the rebound, 3 seconds. And he says a prayer, and it comes up just short. And at the end of your first quarter, Hickman County leads 17-10. We'll be right back, don't go anywhere.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald family. Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back to J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium on this Tuesday evening. It's opening night here at Hickman County High School. We're about to begin the second quarter. Hickman County currently leads 17-10. And it was a pretty good first quarter for the Dogs.
You know, you score 17 points. They missed some opportunities, some layups, some things like that they'd like to have back. But they kept the pressure up. They kept the speed up. Got to continue to focus on that the second quarter.
Now we're seeing a couple of the new faces. Carter Goodwin on the floor, number 10, as well as number 14, Major Qualls. Goodwin pulls just short, but it goes right to McDonald. Tries to put back, but it is denied. Blocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Dogs.
Good offensive rebound there by McDonald. Just a hard situation when you go up and the guy just has to jump to the backboard to block you.
Puckett gives to Goodwin. Goodwin with some fantastic handles, which has been noted. Takes it himself off the glass. Welcome.
Nice move right there. It looked like he was looking to pass the seal when he went up, and the guy dropped back onto Kylan, so he just changed his shot in midair and banked it in.
And welcome to Centerville, Mr. Goodwin. His first bucket as a Dog. Great defense by Qualls, and that forces the walk.
Good challenge right there. One of the things that people don't know about Major is Major can jump. He's small, but he can get up, and right there, the guy shooting didn't think he had that elevation, and all of a sudden he's like, oh crap, he does.
I mean, he is an athlete. Whatever he tries to play, he's usually pretty good at it, and basketball no different. Goodwin now up the floor. Gives to Qualls. Qualls looking for help, finds McDonald, drives on the baseline, dunks it to Seal. It's a fight. Qualls comes up with it, now drives, mid-range two, doesn't fall. My goodness, it'll stay with the Dogs, but that was a physical possession.
That was really physical. A lot of chances right there that a foul could have been called, but the thing I liked is we were strong and we didn't make the turnover. A lot of times in those situations, if you're not strong, the other team gets the ball.
And Goodwin dunks it off to McDonald, but good fortune as it finds Major's hands. Hands it to Seal. Seal looking for help. Tim from three. Yes, sir, he did.
And bodies all over the floor.
And another Timmy triple, his second of the contest.
It's a good take there by number 3. Went right, banked it in. Good layup.
Haskins answers back. Puts some more points on the board. And McDonald lost the handle, but he's fouled, and it will stay on the floor.
He got tripped up when he made the move at half court, and the foul wasn't called. And referee under the goal said, I think he was like, I don't know why that foul wasn't called. I'll call it now.
Goodwin will throw it in from the baseline. Tries to fit it in there to Seal.
Had Seal. The pass was off by about 8 inches there and just went off his fingertips. It was a good play, good look.
And right there, Goodwin had to be fast on the pass because they were crashing on it pretty quick. So pretty good hustle there by the Vikings.
Dogs in man-to-man now.
Gives it out. It's Williams.
Oh, nice
taken
read
away.
by Seal.
Seal gonna take it one-on-one. Lays it up and in for his first bucket.
Great defensive read right there. You don't expect the post player to jump out and deny that lane like that, and he did.
Now in the corner, looking for help.
Another steal by Goodwin.
Goodwin,
Uh-oh,
nice
here we go.
float
No,
to Qualls.
they got back.
Oh, and Qualls tried to make something happen, but a blocking foul.
I thought we might see the first dunk of the year right there, but they got back and fouled him.
Now, one of the downsides of Qualls having those hops, if you will, is if he gets tripped up in the air, it's a long way to fall, so you got to be careful if you're Major.
The higher you jump, the harder the fall.
But that does send Qualls to the free throw line. He misses the first. Now, Ron, Major coming back was huge for a few reasons, not only because he's a tremendous athlete, but he's just a good kid as well who really, he knows a lot of people in the county. A lot of people like him and respect him as a young man, and he's just a good presence to have on this team.
These guys have been friends with him ever since he's been little. They played baseball with each other. I coached Major in baseball, basketball when he was younger, so they know him.
Oh, and the community loses possession of it. There goes sailing out of bounds, and it'll go back the way of the Bulldogs. It'll be McDonald up the left side. And Will pulls up from three. Off target. Williams with the rebound for Community. Seal keeping pace with him. Now he drives into the paint. Goes off the glass. No good.
Good rebound by McDonald.
Now Will on the break. Spins through. Tries to go up but has it ripped away, and he's fouled on the wrist.
Will's trying to force the issue just a little bit. That was a good hard take. Sometimes on those three-point shots, you like to see them come out of an offensive play. That last one was supposed to be a 4 down. He was supposed to isolate and attack, and he ended up shooting a 24 of 25-footer.
But Will does make the first of his free throws. And 2 for 2 for Mr. McDonald. Now quickly, a three by the Vikings, no good. Tipped out and picked up, it'll stay with Community. Driving to the corner, out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Vikings.
Say we tipped it out of bounds. It didn't look that way to me.
And the Hickman County fans are in agreement with you, I believe. But all the same, Hickman County still on the defensive. Leathers gives to Williams. Step back, give over on the left side, driving. It was a decent little move, but couldn't find the bucket.
Qualls challenged that and made it tough. That's a tough shot there.
A very tough shot. Good one.
Seal with the rebound, though, and the finish.
Oh, and Kylan Seal. That's what makes him so valuable. And as awesome as Tyler McKinnon is, even though you're giving up some height, you're not giving up much in the way of skill with Kylan Seal on the floor as well. They are such a dangerous duo to be able to sub in and out.
Kylan strong.
Oh, it's tipped. A nice play there by McDonald to force the issue. Qualls goes to Goodwin. Goodwin to Seal. McDonald, corner three, buries it.
That's the three I like to see Will hit. Inside out, your shoulders are square. Those shots are a whole lot easier to hit than when you're off the dribble moving sideways.
And for better or worse, McDonald is a very emotional player. And if he gets hot, if he starts feeling himself a little bit, that can go really well.
He can explode. He can score a lot quickly.
But that can also go against him sometimes. But I think over this offseason, he's probably been learning to harness that energy and use it to be productive and to be a good ball player.
That's the thing I've seen from him over the summer is he's matured. That's gotten better. That's something that as you get older, you learn.
And I've talked to his dad, Ryan McDonald, a few times over the summer, and he said something that Will really wants is to be that leader on the team. He wants to be an example, and no better way to do that than by leading with your actions on the floor.
Yep. That was a nice little run right there by that group. Brody Worley, Tyler McKinnon, Braden Brown at the start of the quarter right there. They all sat down, so that's three of your starters. Major Qualls, Kylan Sill, Carter Goodwin all came in, and now we've extended the lead from 17 to 10 to 31 to 12. A little 14 to 2 run here by this group.
I mean, the depth of this team is just so incredible. They can put anybody out there, and they're going to play their absolute hardest, and they're going to be productive. So we're back out of the timeout. Community with possession. Williams has it, guarded by Qualls. Top, dishes it, driving in. Mid-range two, no good.
Got to box out. That might be a foul on Seal. Was it?
And I believe they got Puckett there.
Actually, it may have been Seal. I saw somebody go flying. I knew somebody had gotten shoved.
So we got a new crew now. We've got Braden Brown, Tyler McKinnon, Jack Floyd, Brody Worley, and Taylor Hutchison in the contest. Hutchison is an incredible athlete, played football for the first time at the high school level this past season, and was immediately a game changer on the field. And I have no doubt he can be just that here on the court as well.
Freshman Jack Floyd's in the game also.
Now to the corner. From three, it's Leathers. No good. And Williams secures the board.
This
Ball
group
up
is
top.
really going to need Tyler McKinnon and Brody to rebound.
And a tough shot there by Haskins on target off the glass. Now Jack is such a talented ball player. His handles are rivaled by almost no one. And Hutchison from three buries the three.
That was a great job by Jack Floyd. Pushed the ball up the floor to Braden Brown. Braden Brown penetrated, attacked, kicked inside out, and those are the threes that we hit.
And McKinnon gets a hand on it, knocks it loose. Picked up by Leathers. Finds his man, then they go back up top with Haskins. Haskins drives through, and Floyd, what a save by Floyd. Hutchison now on the other end. Tries to get it back out to Jack, but it's taken away by Haskins. One-on-one, steps through, and gets the two.
Hutchison had Braden Brown right there to throw it to, tried to make the harder pass to Floyd. That's going to be off on Floyd.
And it will be community ball. And it's nice to see Floyd get those minutes this year. We know he was such a dynamic player last year in middle school, but this year as a freshman. I know a lot of people have said the only real gripe with his game is his height, but you can't say he's not a stellar player in every other aspect of the game.
He's very fundamental. He plays the game the right way. I like watching him play. McKinnon getting out there, applying pressure, 25 feet out.
And Worley, nice defensive play, but community stays with it. Bounce pass, cut off by the Dogs. And Hutchison tries to secure it, a loose dribble, taken the other way, gives it back out, and there's a two. Floyd, absolutely a fundamental ball player. Of course, the younger brother of Lady Dogs star Ava Floyd. Jack driving into the paint, puts it up, off target. McKinnon tries to save it to no avail. And it'll be Viking ball with just under a minute to play in the first half. Dogs lead 34-18, and remember, at halftime, we will be hearing from the head coach of the Lady Dogs, Gavin Gordon. So we encourage you to stick around for a little bit at the half. And it's taken away. Floyd with the board. Tries to find Brown. It's a scrap, which Brown comes up with, and a foul is called against Community.
Good job by Brayden Brown right there, coming back to meet the pass. If he doesn't meet that pass, that's a turnover.
So Floyd. Barking orders, gives it out to Brown. Now to Worley. 20 seconds left in the half. Worley being swarmed by a couple of defenders. Loose ball on the floor.
That's going to be a foul on Worley. Not doing a great job being strong with the ball right now. It's like we're being surprised when they double team. Got to be expecting that. The team's down 16 points. They're going to be bringing traps. They're going to be bringing pressure. You've got to expect a double team at any time.
And if you're Community, you cannot get down by many more points or else you run the risk of this game getting out of hand. Williams driving in on Worley, looking for an escape, but a foul is called against the senior. So 6.1 seconds left to go in the first half. Bit of a delay here on the inbound. Kicks it out of bounds.
Oh, good pressure right there. Lost the ball out of bounds. The Bulldogs going to have a chance to score with 4.9 left.
Now Brown hustling down the right side. 3 seconds. Pulls up. And it's just short. So Hickman County will not end the first half with last-second points, but they do end the first half with the lead. And at the end of the second quarter, your score, Hickman 34, Community 18. We're going to take a brief commercial break, but when we come back, we'll hear from Coach Gavin Gordon and his hand-selected player of the game, Ava Floyd. Don't go anywhere.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald Family. Heritage Bank and Trust and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back to WNKX for this halftime show. Ron Puckett and I are standing next to at this time with the head coach of the Hickman County Lady Dogs, Coach Gavin Gordon, and the player of the game, Ava Floyd. Ron, we'll start with you asking Coach Gordon a couple of questions.
So, Coach, I noticed during the game there's a couple of adjustments that you made. One of them was early in the game when you decided to put full court pressure on the Vikings. Felt like that was a really big part of the game. What were your thoughts behind that, and what gave you the confidence to do that?
Yeah, honestly, we've been preparing for it. We've been trying to press a little bit. We did it in the last play day, and I think it had some success. And I just seen that maybe their ball handlers weren't as confident as I thought they should be. And we just rotated really well and got after it, and I think that's what really sparked us and got us moving.
So another adjustment I saw in the second half was their big girl. They were doing a really good job high-low, sealing the ball, passing the ball over the top. And you moved Bailey in behind her and started to have your guards digging down. Is that something that y'all have practiced? Or is that something that y'all just kind of did on the fly during the timeout?
Honestly, they adjusted on the fly with us about it. We normally try to three-quarter invite the lob and have somebody in the low man to be able to help out. And I feel like we were slow getting in low man, so we just told Bailey to play behind. Guards started digging down on their own, honestly. It made it difficult for us, so that's just a great adjustment by the team.
Yeah, I felt like when y'all did that in the second half that they really she struggled scoring. So.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for taking the time. And now we're joined by Ava Floyd. And I got to be honest, we're not really too surprised that you're the first one to join us up here. You have been an absolute game changer since moving here from Fairview last year. So the first question I wanted to ask is that last week I got a chance to talk to your coach, Coach Gordon, and he said something you were trying to add to your game this year was defense. So what have you been trying to do in the offseason to get better, and why have you been trying to up your game in that department?
Yes, I've definitely been trying to get faster on the defensive end and also positioning myself in the right places and also being in help side so that I can help the team with like the lobs and just helping them if they get beat because it happens to everybody.
So last year you came in as an underclassman, as a sophomore. So this year as a junior, I mean, how have you been trying to embrace this role as a leader on the team now that you are an upperclassman as a junior?
Yeah, I really been just trying to, do what I'm supposed to do, but then also be a good teammate to everybody else. And I think Haley and Zoe have also been a big help of like teaching me and showing me what I'm supposed to do, and they've been great leaders.
Now, one last question for you. Of course, this week you get to start the season, first 2 games at home. What does it mean to play in front of a packed Hickman County High School?
Oh, it just means so much. I love to see the community supporting us and cheering us on. It just means the world.
Well, thank you so much, Ava. It was a pleasure to watch you out there, and we're looking forward to your matchup on Thursday against Columbia Academy. And, folks, the second half will resume in just a little under 6 minutes. We're so thankful for Coach Gordon and Ava for being with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments. and we are just under 2.5 minutes from resuming action here in J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium live on WNKX. Once again, a very special thank you to the AV class here at Hickman County High School that Matthew Dotson teaches, and he's given us so many wonderful student-led crews that make these broadcasts possible. A very special thank you to Ruger Toddy, who's been our producer, and Cooper Tidwell, who's been on camera for this evening. And Cooper has had the pleasure of working with our brand new camera system that we have here at Hickman County High School, and it has been awesome. We hope you guys have been enjoying the new viewing experience on WNKX. But Ron, we're just a little bit before the third quarter. Let's talk about what we saw in the first half. Hickman County was spreading the love offensively. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different guys score. But that doesn't mean it was only 7 guys that were being productive. We saw a lot of good ball movement, good defense. Will McDonald was the leading scorer with 9 points. But who are you looking for in this second half to be a breakout guy to really put this game away?
I don't know that it has to be a breakout guy. I think what they have to do is they have to play breakout defense and then just throw the ball to whoever's open. When you got 5 guys on the floor who can score, you just throw it to whoever's open. And what's going to be the breakout key for this game is if we find that open person and they hit the ball. The way we do that is we keep our defensive intensity ratcheted up. We hold them to one shot, clear the board, and then get out and run. We've had some success getting the ball down the floor. And by this time, they're not subbing as deep as us. This third and fourth quarter, I expect their legs to go a little bit. I expect them to not shoot as well, not get back as quick, and we got to keep the pressure up on them.
And at the end of the last half, we saw some guys picking up dribbles a little early, maybe some forced passes. So what would you like to see for that to get, changed in this second half?
Well, they just have to understand the game. Anytime you pick the ball up, you're putting, especially when you're 35, 40 feet from the basket, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because their entire defense now jumps out and denies. We've got to keep a dribble there. We've got to keep options to where you can either attack, you've got 2 or 3 options there. So that's just a basketball IQ thing that I'm sure Coach Dawson has already addressed during halftime. One thing I was really impressed with, the key to our 16-point lead right now, during the first quarter, I think we were up 17-10 at the end of the first quarter. And then the group that started the second quarter, and I might not get them all right, but it was, I think, Carter Goodwin, Major Qualls, and Kylan Seal came in with Tim Puckett and, was it Will?
It was Will McDonald.
Will McDonald. And that group right there went on about a 16-2 run, passed the ball, played great defense. Was really fun to watch, and they're the reason we've got this 16-point lead right now.
And props to Carter and Major for melding into this system. Their first year here at Hickman County High School, so they look like they've been here for years now.
Yeah.
They look so experienced, especially Carter, only being a sophomore, very wise beyond his years, some fantastic handles, a good shooter, and somebody who really meshes well with the rest of this team. And it'll be community starting things off as our third quarter is underway from J.E. Cisco. Haskins gives to Williams up top.
Bulldogs starting in their dog defense, the 1-3-1.
Haskins tries to thread through right there, finds Williams down the corner, driving baseline, and it goes right into the hands of Tim Puckett. Now it's Brown, bounce pass to McDonald in the corner, driving, goes up off the glass, no good. A foul is called and McDonald landed.
Foul, he came down on his back.
And McDonald is down and he's grimacing on the floor, so hopefully it's nothing too serious.
I think he landed on his hip the way he's holding right there. He went in, attacked the rim, and the guy slid right up under him there, caused him to land awkwardly on that hip.
Well, it's like you say, McDonald has such an impressive vertical. When you get up there, if something goes wrong mid-flight, it can be a tough landing, and that one right there. So we hope it's nothing too serious and he's able to return to the game quickly. But I think if you want to inspire your players around you, driving in aggressively like Will just did right there is how you kind of light that fire.
Yeah, if you want to attack the rim, the Bulldogs started that half off exactly the way they wanted. A nice defensive stop down on the other end, got the turnover, pushed the ball up the floor, 2 passes. McDonald attacks the rim, gets fouled. Now somebody will be coming in to shoot free throws for him as he's trying to walk that off.
So while Will is walking under his own power, I'm sure we will see him back in the game before it's over. assuming there's something underlying that happened in the middle of that little collision.
He's got to come out of the game because Coach Dawson walked out on the floor. So Dane Gilbert's going to come in and shoot the free throws.
And Dane Gilbert, a fan favorite, a junior. Who doesn't love Dane? A star golfer, but also a pretty darn good shooter as a basketball player.
The kid can absolutely light it up. I love watching him shoot. Most times when he shoots, I'm surprised when it doesn't go in.
And Dane,
the first free throw coming off the bench, though, cold is hard.
It is tough. He misses that one just short off the front of the rim, but you get two.
That one he got.
And that was pretty by Dane Gilbert. His first points of the season. He'll stay in on defense, guarding Charlie Haskins up top. 35-18 your score, 7.5 to play in the third quarter.
Bulldogs have gone man-to-man now.
They'll kick it out. Haskins goes behind the back, driving on Dane, and it's good. Dane was not giving ground easily there on that drive.
That was a good challenge. That was a good move right there. So that's where BB's got to not pick the ball up.
And Brown looking for help and finds it in Brody Worley. Brody wants to drive through traffic, throws up a shot high off the glass, won't find it, but he gets a foul, and they'll say it's on the floor.
It's going to be called on the floor.
Now, is that because he didn't have a traditional shooting motion or because of the foul taking place before?
He never really got the shot off. The contact made before he really made the shot. There's no continuation. We got to get better on those passes.
And McKinnon calling for the ball is a little bit out of reach. Haskins wants to drive again, met by Tyler. He makes contact, and he'll go out off a Bulldog. Looked like Haskins almost made last-second contact with that ball before it went out of bounds.
Those inbound plays, Tyler McKinnon's going to have to get a little stronger. Go catch that. Those balls hits him in the hand.
Williams drives, goes up and over. Foul is called. That'll be an and one.
McDonald's coming back in, so that's a good sign.
Well, and knowing Will's mindset, it's going to take something broken to keep him out of the game, and even that much might not be enough to stop Will Mack. But
that's Worley's third foul.
The free throw, the and one, no good. Tim Puckett with the board. Now they're down the floor with some quick passes. It's Tim. Pulls up three.
That's going to be a foul from behind right there.
And a lot of contact. You know, if a Tim Puckett three goes off the mark like that, you know it's probably not his own doing.
Something's happened.
So that should be 3 free throws for Tim. And that was Charlie Haskins' first foul. The first one, good. The second one also on target. Now, Ron, you're someone that has insider knowledge. How many shots do you think Tim takes every day?
Well, since we've had the fire, not as many as he normally would. Because normally we'd be out at the gym getting extra shots up. Now that we live out on Swan, it's whatever he gets at school, so I don't have access to those. But I know he shoots a lot.
So Tim goes 3 for 3. Williams pulls from 3. Off the mark. McKinnon vying for the ball and gets it. Now to Brody Worley. Looking for help. Dishes to McDonald. The corner, it's Tim. Goes coast to coast to Brown. Pump fakes, drives from the baseline. Nice swing pass. Puckett. McDonald just misses the 3. Brown with the hustle board and gets the 2.
Layup. That was good ball movement right there. Good offense. Bulldogs back in their dog defense.
And Brown gashes through defenders like nobody else. Williams, left wing, driving in. A lot of contact and has it ripped free, but they do call a foul.
He's slapping down. A lot of times, players have to realize, especially in a 15, 20, 25-point game, if you're the leading team and you give them a chance to call a foul by slapping, by doing something like that, they're going to call that foul. You've got to play good solid defense.
Swim bounding. Brown with some tight coverage to put it in football terms. Underneath, some nice ball movement by Community, but the shot is no good. Now Tim, left side, looking to set up, being double teamed. McDonald pulls from three, buries the three.
Again, the Bulldogs getting out and running, getting the ball down the floor quick before Community has a chance to really set up a defense.
And that's Will's second triple of the game. Williams drives, gets pinballed there between Worley and Puckett. Pulls from three is Law, no good. And Tim with a tough board. Now Brown. McDonald from three. Oh, just off the mark, no good. Tries to get his own rebound, but picked up by Community. They're pushing it down the floor. Nice pass goes off the hands of Williams and out of bounds. Bulldog basketball.
Good job there. Community tried to run it, but the Bulldogs got back. I think was that Tim that got in the passing lane, made that pass go off just a little bit.
And Brown being double teamed on that sideline has it ripped away. A very dicey situation. Williams steps through, and a charge is called. And Tim had his feet set the whole way through on that drive.
He slid over and helped side. I don't know who that was, but he was attacking. Didn't see Tim slide over and was able to take that charge.
Oh, and a Hail Mary finds Tim. Lays it up and in an easy two. Do you think there was any part of Tim that thought about just for a second to jam it?
Not there.
That would have been a sight to see. Corner three on the money. So Community answers back with a three-point ball of their own. McDonald finds McKinnon. Over Worley, three. Yes, sir! Brody Worley. Brody's first triple of the game. Steps up, mid-two, too strong. Tim Puckett rebound and just slings it right to Brown. Lays it up and in. We got a few quarterbacks on this team. These distance passes have been just dom pieces every single time. Community drives in, dunks it off, swings it back out. Right wing, up top, Williams to his right. Now the corner, pretty deep three, well short. McKinnon with the board. Gives to McDonald. Now Hickman County runs the offense. 3.5 to play in the third quarter. 50-25 your score. Tim, corner three, off the mark, no good. But Worley, tough board, gives to Brown. Brown drives. And a bank shot by Brown.
Bulldogs right now are exerting their will. They're getting pretty much any shot that they want. They're all good shots. They're hustling for rebounds.
And right there, I mean, Brown using his teammate McKinnon is almost like a human shield to protect him from that defender underneath.
Yep.
And Tim sets up on the wing, goes across the way to Worley. Worley tries again, and again he sinks it. And the whistle blows.
That's the 8-3 of the game for the Bulldogs by 1, 2, 5 different people.
That's what makes Hickman County so dangerous. They can drive on you, they can out-hustle you, they can outrun you, they can outshoot you from the three-point line, they can out-defend you. I mean, it's just a multifaceted, a multi-headed dragon, if you will. Tries to find a man out in that left corner, but tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Community. Nice heads-up defensive play. With 2.5 left in the third, a 30-point lead. The Bulldogs holding on to right now. Quick passes. A three from the wing is good. Oh, and Hickman County.
Braden Brown with the one-on-one spin move with the one-handed under scoop layup. That was sweet.
Brown's handles are absolutely marvelous. And Williams steps, now pulls from three. Can't find it. Worley with the rebound. Oh, looking for Puckett in the corner, but taken away. Another three from the wing, short, rebounded by Tim. Now to McDonald, will bring it up the floor. Will directing traffic, now goes left. Has it tipped and knocked away by Haskins. Haskins on the drive, McDonald goes for the block, can't get it, and the two is good. Timeout on the floor.
So one of the things kind of leading to this right here, Coach Dawson's went pretty long with this group, extending a lot of energy. They're tired right now. These last 2 minutes, minute and a half that they haven't been playing defense the way they were, they're tired. Coach Dawson may be trying to go this quarter with this group and then play all of his younger guys the fourth quarter, maybe what he's thinking right now, but they needed this break.
Absolutely, and even with a 27-point lead, you know those guys on the other side are not going to give up. I mean, they're going to keep fighting until the final horn sounds.
One thing I like, Bulldogs have 4 guys in double digits already in the third quarter. I think you got, if I'm right, Brown's got 14 points, Puckett's got 13, McDonald's got 12, and Brody Worley's up to 10 now.
That goes back to what you were saying earlier about even though Elisha's not here, that requires it to be a more team effort, more guys getting opportunities to score and to step up in those moments.
And that's harder for coaches to game plan against. So same group, same starting group. It's not going to surprise me if Coach Dawson doesn't go with them the third quarter and then hands the reins off to everybody else the fourth quarter and sits this group.
And even though we'll probably see those substitutions, that's not Coach Dawson going conservative at all. Those guys are just as dangerous.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't get much easier.
Brown goes right, gets to McDonald. Corner. Tim Puckett from three. He sinks another. Who doesn't love a good Timmy triple? That is his third of the game. Tipped away. Worley. 1-on-2. One to keep driving, but it's knocked out of bounds by Williams. So right there, it looked like Worley was looking over his shoulder, trying to find some help, and maybe decided a little bit too late to keep driving ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes you turn your back to the rim, you don't see everything that's happening. Brody kind of did a little hesitation back to the rim. They back tapped it out of bounds.
Lobs it, McDonald, deep three, off target, rebounded by Community. Floats the pass, left side, driving into the paint, puts it up over a few outstretched Bulldog hands for a tough two. Worley pump fakes, drives, mid-range two, can't get it to go. McDonald, tough rebound, put back is good. .30 seconds now in the third. Driving is Haskins, has it ripped away, but a foul is called.
Well, it's going to be on McKinnon. I thought he got ball, but he may have had some wrist in there at the same time.
That's only McKinnon's first foul of the game. And for a big man that's so involved in all the drives of the other team, it's hard to see.
I'm going to tell him he needs to be more aggressive if he's only got one foul.
That's kind of what I was getting at. It's hard to stay that little in fouls if you're involved in the interior like he is.
Yeah.
And Haskins' free throw is good. A lot of contact there. Worley breaks free, gets it to Brown. Brown goes left, has it knocked loose. One-on-one, McDonald and Haskins. Hot pursuit.
Oh, nice play there by Will.
And McDonald knocks it away.
Sprinted out in front of him where there was no contact, reached back with his right hand, tapped the ball out of bounds while he was trying to shoot the layup. Now that's bad defense right there.
A quick corner three, lucky for the Dogs, nothing of it. Community still with the ball, lost handle of it, and they'll say it was knocked out by McKinnon with 6.6 to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 62-34. Looking well guarded by the Dogs, now finds Williams beyond the perimeter, back up top. Driving, long two, missed. And that brings it to the end of the third quarter. Your score, Hickman 62, Community 34. 1 quarter left to decide a winner on opening night here at J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium. We'll be right back.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald family. Heritage Bank and Trust and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back to Hickman County High School. We are 8 minutes away from the conclusion of our opening contest between the Hickman County Bulldogs and the Community Vikings. Hickman County has dominated this one, to say the least, leading 62-34. We thank you all for tuning in to WNKX Live, wherever you might be watching from. So Goodwin back in, Hutchison back in, Qualls back in as well, and Kylan Seal. So Braden Brown, the only man still in of that last group. Hutchison to Seal in that corner. Now to Brown. Back to Hutchison. Dribbles right, has it tipped, but Goodwin there to corral it.
Community's running a little matchup zone, which our guys aren't really ready for. They're trying to pass it around with nobody flashing into the middle. It's a zone like that, you've got to get some action into the middle to make them have to collapse.
We saw a quick timeout called there by Coach Dawson, and he seemed to be very frustrated. What do you think he's telling them right now in this huddle?
Well, it's what I just said. Against that, they're trying to pass it around the perimeter and letting them spread out. We almost had a couple of turnovers there just because we didn't have players taking good angles. They're not getting open. I would expect them to come out right here and have some kind of offense where somebody's flashing the middle or you got penetration going into the middle.
Well, in that first pass that Hutchison received, it looked like he had an open look for a moment, but given the lead, maybe they are trying to just move the ball a lot, melt down some clock, but he does have a 3 already in the game, so maybe he might take a look if he gets another one.
Yeah, I feel like the defense just kind of confused them for a bit. They were expecting man-to-man, and then they got something different, and they just didn't really know, what do we do right now? I'm not sure. So that's what that timeout was for. It's a little 1-1-3 zone is what they're running with their guards really matching up, and they extend out really well. If you notice now, Major Qualls, and there's a bad pass.
And Haskins couldn't cap it off. One-on-one with Goodwin. Goes up again. This time he gets it. And almost another takeaway. But Goodwin has it on the left side. Gives to Brown. Now to Qualls.
Still not really looking to get the ball into the middle. We're passing around the perimeter. There goes the baseline. There's a little penetration there, and that's what you get when that happens. Little Major Qualls penetrates the middle, dishes it off to Goodwin. We got the layup.
Puts it up, short 2, rebounded by Haskins. Going up. Looks like maybe an elbow or 2 thrown there on the drive, but the foul is called against Hickman County with 6:42 left in the fourth. That'll send Haskins to the line. And undoubtedly, their best playmaker is young Charlie Haskins, the junior. That foul there was called on Goodwin, his first. And Haskins goes 2 for 2. Ball steps up, 2, off the mark. Now down the floor, and Brown, nice job to cut it off. A hustle play, and Brown will be fouled.
Good hustle right there by Brown. Community was trying to slip out for a layup there. He anticipated and actually got to the ball before Community could.
And that's one thing that I feel like we should bring to light a little bit more. I mean, up 30 points, it's easy to just kind of turn your brain off and get into, you know, this state of complacency. But Brown right there, he was hustling as if they're down by 5 points with 30 seconds left in the game. I mean, that was incredible.
Braden has one speed. That's what I like about him. He always plays hard.
And speaking of one speed, Qualls misses a three but gets his own rebound. And in football, I believe that'd be a holding call. Got a little too much jersey.
Could have been a horse collar. Reached around, grabbed him from behind, grabbed him by the shoulder blade there.
And it'll be on the floor. Hickman County will stay with it. Mo Berman subbing in for Community. 6:07 left. Hutchison, the good one. Gibbs. Now back up top.
That flash to the middle, nice jump shot. I like that offense. Hutchison flash to the middle.
His shot from the elbow is no good. It'll go back to Community. Now Williams wants to drive on Brown. Spinning through traffic, gets it to the left corner. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded, put back, no good. Hutchison with the rebound. Community still swarming him, and a foul is called.
We will be shooting free throws pretty quick the way they're playing right now, because
well, being down 30, 5.5 minutes to go, you don't really have a whole lot of time. If you're going to start fouling and try to make an unlikely, improbable comeback, I guess you better start now.
He's starting to play a little bit deeper right now, so we're seeing a couple of guys come in that we haven't seen yet.
And a bullet pass trying to find Qualls, and Qualls comes up with it, step back, fires to Brown. Thought about a three, instead drives, hands to Seal, but taken away by the Vikings, but they lost it. Now it's Goodwin driving through traffic, goes for the layup, no good, but he's fouled and will shoot two. Goodwin took a hard tumble, but he shoots right back up. Goodwin makes the first. Now we haven't seen Goodwin lighting up the score column here tonight, but he has been a very important player as far as moving the ball around and handling the ball.
He's not one that we have to have score. We want him to come in, handle the ball, get us into the offense, play defense, keep the pressure on the other team. He's done a good job of that tonight.
There's some players like Goodwin you can't just box score watch as far as determining his productivity.
That's not saying he can't score.
Oh, we've seen it.
Because I've seen him be able to score.
I mean, at East Hickman last year when he came in against
this
us.
team, he doesn't have to. Next year, probably be a little different.
So after the foul on Qualls, his first, the Vikings with a corner three, no good off the glass, and Hutchison picks it up. Under 5 minutes to play now. Brown,
nice
tough
pass.
bounce pass, finds Seal, and that's a two.
Seal ran straight to the front of the rim. We passed the ball down to the left wing. Brown got it, bounce pass to Seal for the layup.
Trying to drive left, hands it off, now to the corner with Williams, goes right. Now a shot, missed. Rebounded by Hutchison.
Hutchison did a good job on that weak side board, clearing out, holding them to one shot.
Goodwin looking, fires a missile to the corner to Brown, who gets the bucket. That's Brown's second three of the game. Of course, he started us off in the first quarter with one, and now gets his second with 4 minutes and change in the fourth. And Community answers right back.
I was hoping we'd get a stop there and then a bucket, because then we'd be going into running clock territory.
Brown to Hutchison, almost hits Goodwin on a drive-by. So a bit of miscommunication there by the Dogs.
Goodwin went ahead and started cutting back door. Hutchison thought he was going to stay out on the wing.
And Goodwin gets a hand on it. Now he's driving. Breakaway. Lays it up and in.
Good anticipation getting out in the lane right there. Hutchison with another board.
That feels like
That's
Hutchison's.
5 right there, I think. And I can remember anyway.
And it feels like his third in just the last 30 seconds. He has been racking them up here recently. Walls up top, wants to drive, hands to Seal. Seal wants to go, little reverse layup.
Reverse.
When he lost it, it goes out of bounds, off his foot. Berman lost control, props to Goodwin.
Mass substitution as Gilbert, Floyd, Weber, and Armstrong come in. Looks like Colin Seals going to stay on the floor with them.
And Armstrong, only just a sophomore. We saw him a lot this last season during football. He was one of the big-time playmakers for the Dogs, and I think his future's bright as an athlete as a whole. Look at see what he can do here. Weber pump fakes, dishes to Floyd. And Seal, baseline. Finds Gilbert.
Oh, good. Thought Dane was going to shoot that one.
Dane gives to Floyd.
Back to him.
Floyd step back three. Just off the target.
Just off.
You know, Ron, we're out there watching your predecessor, Aiden Weber, who was the color commentator during football season. Let's see if he can light it up here on the court. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got.
Good hustle on the floor right there by Gilbert.
I think that's one of my favorite things about watching this late game blowout basketball when the younger guys come in, is watching just how much heart they play with. Even though the game is well decided, they know these are the minutes that I'm given.
This is their moment.
Absolutely.
This is their moment.
And Hickman County Coach Dawson's probably hoping they get a lot of moments this year in these type of scenarios, with us being on the winning end, of course. Corner three rolls out. Floyd now on the drive, flying down the court. Dribbles back outside, goes right, dunks it off the Seal, swings to Gilbert, goes right. Oh, over the head of Weber, and watch out. Aubrey Kistler on the line of fire.
Was wide open right there.
Who knows, Aubrey might have pulled up. Of course, Miss Kistler, a part of the district champion volleyball team this year. With the seats being this close to the court, I mean, these guys are firing passes. You got to be on your toes if you're on the front row.
That was a bullet right there.
Weber playing tough defense, driving into the paint. Shot is up, well off the mark. Someone might have got a hand on it.
Colin Seals said he'll take that rebound.
Under 90 seconds to play. Jack Floyd with the ball. Spins through, Floyd. What a move, can't cap it off, but he gets the loose ball, fires to Seal, and Seal lost the handle on it. And you saw as soon as he went up, that moment of frustration, knowing he had it, but just couldn't quite hold on.
Gone.
That was a pretty sweet move by Floyd. Even though the shot didn't fall, it still looked good.
Good little spin move back to the middle. Got a good open look.
I feel like we've seen that somewhere before. Giving right, oh my, almost lost the handle of it. Jack swarming him down the corner. And 1 minute remains in the game. Loose ball picked up by Armstrong. Gives to Floyd. Floyd now drives, a little behind the back move. Following Armstrong's lead. Gets it to Weber. Weber drives, looking for help, goes back out to Floyd. Floyd drives, puts up a prayer, no good. Seal gets the board. Floyd wide open three, and he makes them pay. And you cannot leave a player as talented as Jack Floyd that wide open.
And he almost got the steal on the inbound right there. We are in the running clock territory now as we're up 35 points. So that's why the clock is still running.
They're 13 seconds and counting. Hickman County still has not relented defensively. Three seconds to go. Community with one last shot, blocked by Weber. And that's how this game will end. A fantastic performance by the Hickman County Bulldogs in front of a packed J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium, and that's how you want to start a season. The Bulldogs win over Community by a final score of 76-41. We're going to take one last commercial break, and then we're going to come back for a bit of a post-game rundown, and then we're going to hear from the head coach, Coach Chris Dawson. We'll be right back.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald family. Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome to the WNKX post-game show. We're going to leave the final score up on the screen for you. Just to soak it in, this is the first of hopefully many Hickman County Bulldog victories, and they're going to stay right at home in just a couple of days against Columbia Academy, looking to get a little bit of revenge from last year's game. And we'll talk more about that here in just a few moments. But Ron, let's talk a little bit about these Bulldogs. I mean, you don't win 76-41 by accident. And this was a team effort. You can't really say one guy was the reason they won because we saw a lot of stars shine. And I'll let you talk a little more about that.
If you look at their scoring, they had 4 guys in double digits. I think Puckett may have had 15, Brown 14, Worley 10, McDonald 14 maybe, something like that. Those aren't official. But when you've got that many guys scoring, it makes basketball a whole lot easier. But the thing that I liked and the thing that impressed me was the defensive intensity. They kept up the defensive intensity from the beginning of the game to the end of the game when that last group was in there. They were battling. You know, they were in defensive spots. They were in help side. They were rotating. They were trapping. And they did a really good job. And that's what's going to win you games. Some nights shots don't go. Some nights, you know, something's off a little bit. But if you keep up the defense, you're going to get layups. You're going to get easy shots, and that's what wins games.
Yeah, and this Hickman County Bulldog team was just so fun to watch tonight. They were firing on all cylinders. And I'm looking here through the score column. Of course, these are just tentative numbers. They're not anything official or locked in by any means. But I'm looking at Braden Brown. I mean, Braden Brown was on fire tonight, not just scoring, which he did do a lot of, but he was moving the ball. He was making plays happen. He was opening up that space that we saw Elisha open up last year with how he was able to drive the ball. So I think if Braden can keep that up, we're going to see a lot of success in this Bulldog team.
And I think a lot of the way our team goes is because he plays hard, because he does those fundamental things that gets other guys open. And then he's open. I think actually he may have been our leading scorer tonight because he hit a 3 at the end that probably pushed him up to 17 points. And so when you've got guys that are spreading the floor out like that, one of the big statistics tonight that I saw that I really don't like is that Tyler McKinnon didn't score. That's something that against a really good team or against a good-sized team, we're going to have Tyler look to be a little more aggressive in the post, look to make some moves. Because if he doesn't score, then teams are going to start covering us outside, and so that's probably the one thing that I saw tonight that we need to work on.
Now, what do you think it's going to take to get Tyler into that aggressive mentality? Do you think it's going to take a game where they shut down our perimeter for him to be forced into that role? Or do you think there's something he can do to adjust in between games?
I really don't know. I've talked to him about it for about 12 years now. So, Tyler's one of those guys. He's a great guy. And he goes out and plays. He has fun with it. He goes out and plays. He's going to have to realize this year that we need him to be that key factor inside, that dominating force inside, and that for us to reach our maximum potential, we need him scoring 8 to 10 points a game. He needs to go in with that mentality, whether it comes from offensive rebounds and putbacks or whether it comes from drop step dunks. We need him to have 8 to 10 points a game.
Well, and last year we saw Tyler, as the season progressed, he got more and more aggressive. He was scoring more points. He was securing more blocks. He was playing tougher defense inside. And I think last year a lot of it was because he was coming off of that big injury that we know, and Coach Dawson mentioned that as well. So we knew last year there would be a bit of a learning curve for him easing back into the sport, back to his old aggressive form. But this year, we saw towards the end of last year that was starting to wear off, we thought, that fear that he had. So what do you think the cause would be this year if he goes back into playing that conservative type?
Well, and tonight, the speed of the game. We were having success outside. We were having success outside. Tonight, with the speed of the game, it wasn't really there. And if you noticed early on, they were really sagging inside, putting 2 or 3 guys inside. So their game focus to begin with was to stop the size. And so that kind of led to it. I would just like to see us at some point, those other guys on the teams set a screen for him, get him inside, get that going.
And really tonight, and it's not going to be this way every game, but Tyler's size, I don't want to say it wasn't needed, but they certainly were game planning, as you said, for shooting the 3 ball.
Yeah.
And they weren't trying to drive in a lot because Tyler was down there. I think that's why we saw a lot of Kyle and Seal. They were substituting that height for a bit more speed, and it worked out really well for Hickman County, but I think we'll need a bit bigger sample size to really see what Tyler can do this year.
We're in the first game. We're in the first game. I just know when I looked at the stats, I saw that, and that was the first thing that kind of stood out to me. We need Tyler to score.
Absolutely, and we're seeing guys, the newcomers, if you will, guys like Carter Goodwin, guys like Major Qualls. Now, Major didn't find a bucket tonight, but he was all over the place.
He played good defense. He came around. He really played a solid game, I thought.
So right now, we are going to be joined by Coach Chris Dawson of the Hickman County Bulldogs, the head coach, and we're also going to be joined by his hand-selected player of the game, Braden Brown. So right now, we're going to open the floor up to Coach Ron, let him ask the first 2 questions to Coach Dawson.
So Coach Dawson, tonight, just the way the team played, you had multiple guys hitting shots, multiple guys scoring buckets. Had this man right here, Braden Brown, pushing the ball off the floor, spreading it around, scoring himself. How does that, as you go into these next few games, that makes coaching a whole lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes coaching our team easier. It makes coaching the other team a heck of a lot harder because you don't know who you got to key on to stop because we got multiple guys. I don't think Tyler McKinnon even scored tonight, and he's a key player for us. So we knew the strength of this year's bunch was our depth. And if we lean on each other and trust each other, we're going to be a really good basketball team this year.
2 of the key stretches in the game that I noticed when you started the second quarter, you had a different group in there. Carter Goodwin came in, Major Qualls came in, Kylan Seal. I think Tim and Will may have been in that group right there. They went on about a 16-2 run. I feel like that really speaks to your depth this year. You've got a lot of guys that can play, and that's kind of hard on you, isn't it, trying to get everybody playing time?
That's the kind of hard I like, though, Coach. This is, we said coming in, this is our deepest team. And that's the real strength of this team. Last year, obviously, with Elisha, we had a real superstar of a player that could do everything. And we don't really have that this year, but we got a lot of really good players. Like and we got even more. Like there's so many guys. BB plays with so much energy, but I love Colin Seal. I'll be honest, he runs the floor really hard.
He goes straight to the rim.
He runs.
Some layups tonight.
Yes, yeah, I've been trying to get Tyler to do that. Colin only knows one way to go. He plays really hard, and he's more skilled than people give him credit for being, even though he's a little bit of an undersized post. Carter Goodwin's going to be a great player for us. He's really shifty, he's really heady. He's got some good leadership qualities that we need, and that was a big get for us to have him transfer in. Major also, super athlete. I think a lot of those guys, once they get a little more comfortable in our system and what we're doing, you're going to see what they're really capable of, and it's big things.
Now, Coach, I have one last question before we let you go. Thursday, instead of 2 days' time, you got a big rematch against Columbia Academy from last year, which didn't go the Bulldogs' way. So only having a day of rest, how do you game plan for a game where CA is going to bring a lot of talent to the table?
Yeah, they're different. We're different. It's a new year. It's a new game. We got some guys banged up. Will took a hard fall on his back there. So we're going to get in the training room and try and get everyone healthy and able to go on Thursday night. I know they played tonight, so I'm going to go home and take a look at that. And we'll have a game plan, but early in the year, you game plan, but it's more about us and what we're doing, so more so than game planning for the other team really at this point in time. We got to establish the style of play that we want, and we've got to show some improvement in the areas that we were a little lacking in tonight.
Hopefully we'll shoot a free throw this game.
Yeah, we didn't shoot too many, but what did we shoot?
I'm talking about last year at CA.
Oh yeah. That won't happen again. I'm confident in that.
Now, Coach, I know I said last one, but I got one more for you. I'm sure that people are wanting to know, can you speak to the health of Will McDonald? What's he looking like right now?
I don't know. He's laying in there in the couch when I went in the locker room just now with one of those, what are those things that he had on his back? The massage gun. He had the massage gun on his back. But, he went back out there and played. I'm sure it's going to stiffen up and be sore on him tomorrow. He'll probably need to get some heat on it and some ice on it. And we'll do everything we can. Will's a tough kid, though. I'd be shocked. And hey, Columbia Academy's a special one for Will. There ain't no keeping him off the floor on Thursday night. He'll be out there.
Well, thank you so much, Coach, for taking time.
Thank you,
Congratulations on the big win, and good luck Thursday at home against Columbia Academy. And that was head coach.
Thank you, Coach Puckett.
And that was the head coach for the Bulldogs. And now we're joined by the player of the game. And Ron, I don't think we're very surprised at who it was, Braden Brown. Now, Braden, you were an underclassman last year, a sophomore, but this year you really seem to step into your own. As a junior, as an upperclassman, you lit up the scoreboard tonight as a scorer, but you also were creating a lot of space as a player, driving with your handles. What was sort of your approach coming into tonight?
Just play hard, set the mentality, and just get everybody involved, really.
So we know that watching you guys out there on the floor, you really mesh well together. We talked about the depth, and me and Ron talked on the broadcast that you guys have a really special bond out there. So what's it like playing around guys you trust and that you're friends with?
It's a lot better, not having to do your own thing and just get it moving, just a lot of chemistry together.
You've got a lot of options out there as far as scoring. You had 17 tonight. I think Tim had 14, 15. Will had 14, 15. You have 16. Will had 14, 15. Brody had 10. It's nice being a point guard when you've got guys all around you that can score. Then all of a sudden you got that lane that you can score also. That makes basketball fun. It's fun to watch you as you're going, just as you're playing, you're going hard. What's your goals this year?
Obviously make it back to state, but win districts, regions, and maybe make a run in the state tournament this year.
I think y'all can do it.
Well, thank you very much, Braden, for taking time. Congratulations on a big win, fantastic performance, and good luck on Thursday against Columbia Academy. And of course, Ron, we're not really surprised. Braden gave a bunch of team-based answers. Those goals, I think they all share, wanting to have that postseason success, which we know they can do. But only time will tell. It's only night one, and what a night it was. And we will see you guys on Thursday back here at home inside J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium on WNKX, wherever you may be watching from. For Ron Puckett, I've been Josh Copley. Congratulations to both the Lady Dogs and the boys here tonight for starting off strong, and we'll see you Thursday. But until then, we must bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night.